I hear you. I'm live. You okay? We on the phone. We finna laugh together at this shit. Live. You can't nobody hear you. Mm-mm. He can call in from the other number. I don't even know it no more. I ain't been on that phone in so damn long. Mm-mm. I just gotta ask the chat. Hey, Miss Brown. Soon as I slap this peanut butter and jelly sandwich together. Peanut butter, and jelly. First you take the peanut and you spread it. You spread it. Spread it, spread it, spread it. You remember that at school? And you squash it. You squash it. Squash it, squash it, squash it. Then you hit. I'm listening from your live, though. Mm, 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 mm. Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Mm. Ooh, you remember that? Peanut butter, and jelly. you remember when them? You remember when them teachers had you standing in there singing that? I'm talking to the chat. Y'all remember that? The goddamn teachers be, come on, we been do it. Then you remember they got to the part about you squashing? Did you? Yeah. Then you stand up and do your little foot move when you squash it. You squash it. You squash it, squash it, squash it. You throw your hips and shit. I thought I was a shit doing. I thought I thought I was the shit doing peanut butter and jelly. I was loud. No, no. Woo, child. Y'all, I'm only on here for a minute. I need to go on the live, right? And we need to bring Debosky back on the live to do another Q&A, right? And then play the live that Bookum is playing, right? Into this shit. But pay attention how he turned that live. Y'all got to go check it out and rewind the live. And pay attention to how he took that live with a little skit part about the paperwork and so with Debosky, right? And then he put all a video and stuff to it. The video that book I meant that Debosky shows anger out of, right? So you got to ask yourself, what video caused him, Debosky, to trigger like that? What caused that man to trigger? Now, if both videos would have been played together, a lot of people would have really had some clear understanding about it, right? But go back over there and listen to his like. What did he say, sister? He said he said Le, yeah. He said Levi. He said it was all Levi work. Talking about some of the paperwork that was written up and stuff that was sent in. Odebowski, right? Y'all got to go laugh at that boy dropping dimes on Levi. Like he literally, when if y'all saw Debowski's live today, he was like, "Oh, don't worry, cause the feds watching y'all, right?" So then Bookham goes and say, "Oh, the feds watching us, huh?" Well, that was all Levi work. Nigga said, he hurried up and told old Levi, y'all, that nigga say, I ain't going down by myself. Fuck. He said, I don't know what y'all thought. That was all the Levi's doing. All I did was intercept it and dropped it off. Like, I was like, well, if that ain't a dumb and dumber move, I don't know what to call it, right? I said, Lord have mercy. Listen to this boy trick on Levi, boy. Now, I don't even know how he gonna get away with that with cousin Levi, because Levi gonna have to come back out and say, nigga, you lied. That was your shit. That was your goddamn paperwork. You sent that in. You wrote it up. They need to go on and have a battle of who wrote up all that paperwork and sent it in to Dubowski's trial, y'all. That's what they need to do. They need to go and argue about that shit. And that shit'll be epic right there. Hmm. Hmm. I'm like, Lord. And then, because I'm getting ready to go, I'm just getting home. I just wanted to share this with y'all. Hey, sugar baby. Why? Somebody tell me why. Why, sister, is that Negro on that channel? Because he mad at Lady G. He's mad at Lady G, but he goes and plays Tim Savage, who is one of Timothy Savage, who is one of R. Kelly's opponents, right? He is a op to R. Kelly. Now, mind you, that if you're going to play Timothy Savage video saying that Lady G has association or whatever with Azrael and Jocelyn Savage, then what you're saying is that Timothy Savage story may have some facts to it. Why would he play the enemy of R. Kelly on his live to prove a point to about Lady G? Why would he do that? Why would he do that, somebody? I like see, y'all talk to me in the chat because I'm getting ready to get off. Why would you play the enemy to get back at a Lady G based off of the information that Timothy Savage put out here pertaining Joy and Azrael? Why? That I'm like, that's some goofy shit. You never, never, never bring out the enemy who you didn't argue with, who you didn't checked allegedly, and try to separate or downplay or get in Timothy Savage ass or whatever to now you want to use his stuff now to go at somebody else. That don't go together, y'all. Just a absolutely no. Now, I'm wondering, it's just me. eh, If that's, Mr. Kelly see this stuff, that's grounds to cut if he's cut off. A book him completely off. Like everything he does is like foul play, y'all. It's like straight up foul play, and I'm like, boy, this is one foul on the girl, foul on the play. This, so I'm like, boy, hey APZ, boy, I'm like, whatever didn't happen. Anyways, y'all, that dang on Dubowski live, that it made Bookum drop a dime today. I leave that shit. Levi wrote it. Mm-mm. And here's another thing, like in my opinion, right? Because the Bosley says that his stipulations or whatever is that, he can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, right? Um, Apparently somebody let him come back home. Hell, he back on the thing. Now it's been what, about 4, 5 videos now? 4, 5 videos in, something like that. And they ain't came and picked that boy up yet. So are they really, really waiting for him to do something wrong, or and he hasn't done anything wrong, and the people over there, they want to make some things wrong, again, like this some goofy shit. This some goofy shit. Because I would think that they'd have came and got him by now. We're doing right. Well, it sure pissed Bookum out, girl. He over there, no, this ain't what we about to do. Oh, the feds watching me? Well, shit, I got something for him. It was Levi's work. um, shit. What's going on, y'all? This shit crazy as hell. This nigga over there dry, straight snitching on Levi. And then come back to use Timothy Savage video to if you thinking like how I'm thinking, like now you making it seem like that Timothy Savage is telling the truth about some shit. Like really, I don't think that the Lady G is living with joy. I just really don't. What for? Mm-hmm. That shit is crazy, Miss Brown. I ain't gonna, y'all got to go listen to the video. Listen to him tell is down in exactly. But y'all y'all got to go listen to it. I kid y'all not. I kid y'all not. I kid y'all not. This boy said, "Oh, the feds watching, huh?" Well, let me say this. That was Levi shit. Levi shit. That was Levi work. All Levi work. All he did was became an accessory and dropped the shit off and finished it up. Mm, mm. Girl, accessory is a crime, baby. hmm And normally, the person who done carried out the plan is the one that gets the most time. hmm Sure do. I'm trying to tell you, Miss Brown. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go clip that part and put it on the community board. I'm gonna go clip it and put it on the community board. Cause if Levi don't jump ahead of this shit, Levi might be going down. Levi need to go on and tell what Bookum job was. They need to get this shit out. They said the feds watching. They might well go and start telling. Nah, y'all ain't heard it from me, and I ain't the one to gossip. um, don't put me in this, 'cause I don't get in no man fight, baby. But Bookum is over there dry snitching. Yeah, he threw Cuzzin under the bus. Girl threw him under. Bookum, Bookum say shit. The boss could say the feds watching, nigga. That was Levi. That was cutting Levi. That was cutting Levi. Oh shit. Um, I say I know Levi over there having a drink, girl. Maybe one or two of them goddamn cognacs. Did this nigga just say that was my shit? Yes, he did, cousin Levi. Girl, I don't know what timestamp it's at, Levi, but I'm gonna clip it for you, put it in the community so you can check that shit out. Cause that nigga said that, yeah, that was your work. Mm, mm, mm. Hey, Levi, with friends like those, who needs enemies? Oh, Lord have mercy. I couldn't do it. And what that other video he put up? He went to put up. He went to put up the Boski video with the screaming back about you do something to my kids or you do whatever, and I swear. Now, in order for somebody to rebuttal on the subject about kids, that means that somebody had to say something to do, out of the norm about his kids, and it made him trigger. So where's that video at? Mm, right. I think that it's only fair to show it. Mm-hmm. Girl, that I guess they mad because he is. I'm on. Listen, y'all. I'm on the phone too, so I'm talking to y'all and on the phone. Mm, mm, mm. Then when he went to go and do Lady G, why he started off by talking about where she live at? Why is that important? Trick. That nigga need to tattoo trick on the back of his neck. I'm a trick. Cover it up. Mm-mm. Oh, that's right. You can't see the tattoo anyway. Mm-mm. Now, he over there in the whole competition. I just need two more likes. Are you going to tell the story or you want somebody to like your ass? Which one is it? Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute, girl. Did he say that Debosky was the super fan now? I thought I thought he was a super fan. He the one with the pops. Hmm. Um, and all Debosky them took his spot, so he don't exist no more. Oh, mm, I'm foul on the play. So you saying he only got one starlight, he only had one chance at fame. That's when he was downtown with the sisters. He ain't been on TV since. Wait a minute. You know what? Oh yeah, that don't count. That don't count. You say you. She's stupid. She said, "Nah, he was on TV twice when he went to take cousin Levi work in." Oh shit! Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing, child. And hopefully, Debowski don't let him do it. He's trying to trigger him again, but yeah. Mm-mm. Why would you let it trigger you another time? I know, right? That you can see that it must have triggered Bookum when Debowski said they got all that shit. Mm-mm-mm. Well, y'all. Mm. Well, why he didn't record it and play that? He could easily. You know what? I noticed that when he has an extended version to his story, he don't have videos and audios for that. He had some videos and audios of what other people done did. But he said, y'all, that Debowski called him, crying to him about checking on Lady G and them, right? Make sure they okay. But he ain't got no video for that. That boy got video for everything else. Mm-mm. But you know what though? I gotta tell you this though, Lady G. I don't know how y'all mess with that boy. I just can't get it. I really don't get it. Y'all, hey Lady G, did he sleep for free in the room? Did it pay anything? Anything? But see, cause see, this the type of person like he is. We can't call in. You say tell him to call in. Mm-mm. I'm just saying, I want to talk to Lady G. Oh, uh-huh. Mm-mm. I just want to know what made Lady G and them. I don't know why they didn't charge him for the full night stay in their room. I don't. But you see what happened though, Lady G. Y'all let that boy up in that room for free, lay around, kick it with his dusty booty and yuck mouth, sugar booty ass. And look what happened. Look what happened. Girl playing. You need to go and bring your friend out, Lady G, so she could just tell to eat them up. Mm-mm. Tell us how. Well, no, we don't need to know that. That's too much. That's too graphic. Hey, hey. Mm, mm-hmm. Cause he, mm, girl, but I'm telling you about. Listen, the boy then dry snitched on Levi. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That nigga said that was Levi work. Ain't this a bitch? Hey, hey, Scooby Doo, did you get that recording? The Scooby Doo, did you get that recording? That boy, I don't know the timestamp on it. I said, what you say, nigga? That was Levi working. All you did was carry out the mission. Oh, Lord have mercy. I said, I said, ain't this a mess? But you know what though, Scooby Doo? I don't understand. This is my problem with the stuff, right? Not that it's personal. I don't have a personal problem. I'm just saying hypothetically, this is my problem. Why would you play a video showing Scooby Doo temper tantrum, right? And defending the fact of somebody said something that brought up Scooby Doo children. How do you not expect for someone to respond back? That is beyond me. So where's all the videos of him? Because he needs to play those first to show just cause action and the effect to why this type of behavior existed. What caused this type of behavior pertaining to what you ended up yelling out in the video? It was about the kids. If you mess with my kids, I promise you, right? So, where is the video that triggered that? Where's that video at? That that Audrey, hey, that's where the understanding will come into play. I don't know why people are not saying where is the video that triggered this effect right here. Where's the video? 'Cause I know if I was a judge, you just can't walk up in there and show me a video of one person saying what he gonna do if you do X, Y, and Z to my children. You not just finna come in my court with this shit. Where is the video? I need to see the beginning of this argument. That's what I need to see before I say, no, you guilty. And if you don't have the beginning of this video, which you need to bring because the burden of proof is on Bookum right now. Where's the burden of proof at? That show me what caused this man's reaction to what he's doing. You don't have it? I throw this case out. I'm sorry. Because I know that you're not going to have it because in that video, it's going to clearly show where you might have done something. What did you say? And if he done something, I'm going to have to throw both of them out because I'm going to feel like this was a mutual argument. You said something to him, he said something back. Yeah, go figure it out. Redo it all over again. Cause this ain't flying up in here. But for some reason, because of Dubowski's live today, boy, it done triggered the hell out of Bookum to make his ass come out as a snitch. Cousin, oh Lord, I don't know. I don't know. No, not that phone. Not that phone. I'm on that phone. Hold on. I got to get the other phone. Hold on. Hold on. Cousin Levi, you don't bring your butt out and defend yourself after the trick snitched and told on you. Child. Ooh, child. This is crazy. I need to just go on and strike up the live. It's, girl. I'm on that phone. You know I have the other phone. Oh, it's charged too. Hold on a minute. Oh, it's got a little charge. Hold on, I'm gonna put that number to you in 1 second. It's restart. Because we need to know. We need to know. We ain't no need to have the tea out here with no sugar. We got ain't no need to do it. So baby. Girl, I think he backpedaling. I don't know. I think he's saying shit. If I'm going to jail, then because of Levi, you just gonna you want the top bunk or the bottom bunk? Levi gonna be in there to I said, listen, nigga, and you can't be doing all that goddamn midnight snacking and shit all up in here. I ain't finna do all that. But that's what he said, Queen. You got to go back and rewind his live, baby. He's over there talking about some, yeah, that was Cousin Levi work. Mm, mm, mm. Now, look at Queen. You going to jail, mama. You going to jail. You going to jail, mama. That's how she said. You going to jail, mama. she wasn't playing. She wasn't playing, girl. Oh Lord, what is all this shit? Oh, okay. I got to remember to keep this is the phone that is actually for this live. For my lives. I need to get everybody off of this other number because I got shit scattered every damn where. And this is the number as soon as I find it because I forgot the phone number. That's messed up. Mm-mm. What do you do? I couldn't believe he said that. I really could not believe that he said that. Girl, every time he'll come out with his goddamn stories. Here we go. That boy done dug so far back, it was crazy. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Write this number down. 608 469. Sorry. It's 469-8795. 6 469 8795. That's the number for the channel. I need to let all the mods know that's the number for the channel. Yeah. Cause we gonna have to hear this, baby. Mm-mm. Oh Lord. Y'all got to go and listen. I'm gonna go and clip it. I swear I'm clipping that part, honey, just in case. I'm gonna be like, yes, you did. You know you snitched on that damn man, all because the dollar for the king and the defense fund broke up, and then cousin Levi he walked the plank and they got to arguing or whatever, and then now he like, I'm telling on you, that was your shit. Oh God. Mm. Oh Lord. Claudine, girl, let me tell you what happened, huh? See, this is what had happened. So, uh, girl, I ain't one to gossip and you ain't heard it from me. But girl, I'm finna throw Bookum up under the bus. I'm throwing him under the bus on this one, baby. Girl, and pap smear, right? But Claudine, so Dubowski did a live today, right? Claudine, he gave quite a people. He's got his family and his live with him and stuff, right? And I even popped in and was like, hey, I'm here to listen. I got to take the notes, girl. I got to see what's pop, locking, and dropping. So all of a sudden, Bookham, he had to wait until he got off of his recycle can job from crushing the can. So when he was finished with that, girl, he come back, he on his live. So throughout his live, right, because I'm driving and what the hell he just say, right? So then I had to get confirmation, right, from my homegirl. Like, what did he say? And he sure said what he said. So I got to go back and get the clipping, girl. He was over there trying to, he's playing all the videos. He's critiquing and telling his synopsis about Daboski's paperwork, and he ain't out of fire yet, and he still got some shit going on with pre-trial and blah blah blah, and so what he's doing is premeditating his second plan, like as many times as he reading that paper, he's going to insert where he can find a follicle mistake. He's going to do some insertion. He's going to set stage 2 up to see now, oh, you violated this, you violated that, you violated this. So what he's saying is that, he might need Levi to structure up, some more paperwork for him. I just threw that in there. But anyways, right? So, girl, the video playing along, and he said that, Dubowski had said, well, it's okay, because the feds, they watch me, they did me, but now they watching y'all, right? So that must have triggered Bookum, right? Had to trigger Bookum. Why he come on his live, Claudine, talking about some, well, since the feds is watching, shit, Levi, that was Levi work. I was like, damn. I was like, damn, girl, I was Florida Evans. Damn, damn, damn. This is the girl, this boy snitched on his homeboy. Snitch, he ratted his homeboy out. And so then he carries on and say something like, oh, but he just finished carrying out the plan, right? Like Levi write it all up. And then he was the one to go and do the delivery. He was the letter carrier. he went to walk that shit out down there on Scooby Doo. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, he said on the Sky Zone is the other video. He's saying he would post my kids. Ooh, chat. Ooh, chat. But so here's the thing. Yeah, because we know that's the huddle now. This the huddle. Right. Here's the thing. I don't understand why, out of all of the stuff that he has done, it's exempt from the whole argument. Why does not any of his bad doings matter? Why does he not think that it doesn't matter in an argument? You can't complete an argument without both sides. And if you play his stuff, hell, it's just as worse. I have to be honest. I was totally shocked about the fact when he went and took, I'm talking to you, sister, on the phone. When he went and took an innocent woman, which was Dubowski's baby's mama. Don't know nothing about what's going on. Post her job, the address, the house, how much the house was. How do you have these videos and you put these videos out, right, on someone who had nothing to do with the stuff and feel like that you haven't done anything wrong? It was wrong to do. And I know that if I was the baby mom, if I was that the I don't want to call out her culture. I don't want to say her name, but if I was his baby mom, right, his baby mom, do you girl, I would have kept myself separated from this right here, but I'd have had me a whole baby. I'd have had me a whole goddamn police report by myself. I don't know these people. I don't know these things. Yeah. Well, that's what they recommend to do first. Just ask him to take it down. They want you to be passive and polite first, and then if that don't right, I think they orders of the step of how to handle stuff like that is just wrong. Except for me, take me out the equation because I'm gonna post that Wayne's picture up. Yes, Claudine, he done threw the cousin under the bus. Yes. Mm. Everything and she didn't have. How do you go and hit a innocent person? You never seen her on the screen saying X, Y, and Z to nobody. And I was like, wow, really? But the fact that what's weird is that he just feels like he's just so untouchable, girl. I'd be like, mm. Girl, he said he the super fan and Bookum is the fanatic fan. I don't know. I'm just still laughing at the fact that he actually went after or said what he had to say to Timothy Savage. And then you use his video for clout, for leverage on a story to go after a Lady G. Like, dude, what? Who does that? And he played exactly. Exactly. He did say he got videos on Lady G and he plays Timothy Savage video. Oh, where they do this shit at? Right here on YouTube, girl. Right here. Hey Kim. Right here. Right here. Mm-mm. So why would he change the story up and make it seem like that Dubowski was asking him to protect the women that was up in New York? So this was about who took her phone? Oh, okay. Who took Ruthie's phone? So this is where all this was at, and then you were just asking Scoop Bookum since he was up there to kind of look out for the women. So he done took that story and stretched it. Okay, which was okay. So he done took the story and stretched it out to. Hey, lady. Now it's a terrible thing. Girl, this boy need to go get his ass some goddamn messy soap and wash his butt off with. This is ridiculous. So 1 minute he was cool with speaking with Dubowski and probably said, all right, man, I'll make sure everything is okay with them and blah, blah, blah. But now today it's used in a negative way to get back at him. Girl, quit playing. Right, right. So you wasn't begging him or nothing, was you, Scooby Doo? You wasn't begging or nothing. So, but that's how he tried to make it sound like Scooby Doo needed him. Uh, girl. Girl, I don't know. Well, y'all, I wasn't staying on long, but I'm about to go clip that part because that shit was funny as hell. I don't know if that's gonna put cousin Levi on the run or none of that stuff, but shit, ever since they broke off with that damn dollar for the king and the defense, boy, shit ain't been right with them since. I think they both have been on the earth ever since Levi made Bookum take that truck back. Shit ain't been right. Take that truck back, nigga. Yeah, they gonna be on to us. You can't go get all that money and go out and buy your ass a truck. What's wrong with you? He probably still got that truck though. Ain't no telling. He probably got it hidden somewhere. He probably take that truck back when he not. She said she she said he pulled the car out when he ain't on live, and when he on live, he go get the little duster buster from the trinket car lot. Oh my God. Girl, I cannot. I cannot. Mm. He done fool. Say he done fool Levi. I ain't taking shit back. I'm keeping this truck. I done paid. He done probably paid the whole. How much was in the defense fund? About 12,000, two and some. He done went and paid cash for that 1996. What you call it? Yukon Bronco. Oh shit. Well, y'all, I listen. I put the number in the chat. Y'all could have called in so we could laugh at this shit for a minute. Cause other than that, I'm getting ready to chill for the night. I really am. Like, ugh. Mm-mm. This shit is crazy. What do you do though? Ain't nothing you can do about it. Mm-mm. Girl, I don't care about them firing back on me. They don't do nothing but make me laugh. I be over here cracking up at this shit. I ain't never seen nothing like it, but it's out here. I have not. But you can't come up in my court with no one-sided story. I want to see it all. If it take me 6 months to watch these videos, I want to see it all. Because ain't nowhere in the world. I can't take no one-sided story. Mm-mm. But that's how he likes to play them, especially when it's been a while. So everybody' mind is not fresh on stuff that didn't happen back in 2020 or early 21. Yeah, it's so much. You really have had to have all of this stuff recorded and everything and stand up on the episodes to really know. If you knew, you lost. If you don't go to other channels to stay connected with the stories behind the story, you're going to be lost with it. And then you're not going to believe what this one says. You ain't going to believe because you ain't seen it all. 'Cause you ain't seen it all. So, I don't know. Hmm. But he mad, girl. He is mad with him, some Lady G. Ooh, I don't know. I think he stay mad at Lady G because Lady G was his witness being up in there with his head up in the booty. And that's fucked up to have a witness around seeing that shit. I think that that's a really deep personal thing with them, because she got to see him, with his shirt off. Ew. I was like, oh, you look at that fucking primate. Oh, what the hell? They done turned the room from a hotel room to George of the Jungle. What you say when they play voice from other people videos? You be laughing. I know that's right. Hey, Elizabeth. I'm just saying, and that's just the crazy. That's what I think about him and Lady G. Right? I think that he takes it very, 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 very personal with her because she was up. Yeah, she saw that nigga. Girl, please. She saw that nigga goddamn size 42 in the waist jeans laying over there on that damn chair. That shit sent her ass into shock. Be like, so listen, girl, I should have went a little high, about a 48. He about 48 or 50. I don't know. I don't even know how she did it, girl. I swear I'd have hurried up and got another room. This room is contaminated, baby. So, but I'm telling you, that's what I think that his personal anger comes out with Lady G because she actually like really seen that nigga like laying in the bed. So you would think that you have some type of little closeness of association. Like, what the fuck? That nigga done been technically ever since the R. Kelly stuff going. Oh, wait, we got a phone call, girl. Ooh. Oh, let's see who's on the line. Wait a minute. Oh, girl, I hung up. I don't even know how to work this phone. Wait a minute. You on there. Let me get you I ain't worked this phone in so long. Wait a minute, girl. I don't know how to. Let me see what I got to do here. This phone been in my purse for about 2 months, girl. I pay on it and then throw it in the purse. Hold on, cause I got to. Okay, there you go. There you go. What's going on? I got to remember how to work this phone. It's totally different from my other phones.
Yeah.
Yep. What's going on, girl? You've been missing too much.
No, not really. I just kind of like, as you hear,
Mm.
I've been watching it when I get a chance, but girl,
What do you
didn't we
think?
discuss that this was
The
gonna happen?
I know, but listen, I got to ask you the main question. This is the main topic of the show. What
Yes,
do
ma'am.
you think about Bookum snitching on Levi?
Shouldn't we have expected that? He's done it several times before. You ain't R. Kelly's cousin.
Girl,
Ain't the first time.
I don't know how Levi gonna take this though, girl, because he was like Levi did all the work.
Well, as we have seen how he moved,
Girl, he said that
I
he
feel
would.
sorry for Bookum because Bookum probably gonna be under the grave fooling around with Mr. Gregory.
He
I mean,
said
Uncle
that
cousin Levi. He probably gonna get some time for real, and that's probably why Levi then kind of turned around and started fooling around with Larry. Sometimes you got to get yourself out of situations so the bad kind of
okay,
take your
but
side. So
in
he
the
ain't done. Levi ain't done. Levi saw this coming down the pipe a long time ago, and I'm quite sure somebody probably told him what was going on with
ooh
Bookham, and Bookham probably didn't
child.
even know it.
Okay, so but if you are an accessory to a situation, I don't want to call it a crime yet because we got to wait for your honor to say guilty, right? But if you
Mm-hmm.
are an accessory to doing some stuff, with the person who created the work and you
Mm-hmm.
carried it out, by law, isn't it usually the person that carried out the mission that gets the most time?
As Larry.
Oh, she said, ask Larry.
Well, no, for real, honestly, the truth. If people want to be honest, the first person that get to the courthouse, or get to the judge, get to whoever, the first person that snitch get the least time.
What?
And that's just what I've seen throughout the years of seeing people who snitch. on
Okay,
different
well,
types of things. So,
because this ain't Bookum first time dry snitching on Levi. He did it on another
no.
video, about a month or so ago when they first fell out.
Dang, wait a minute. A month ago, I'm talking about some years ago when he said that he wasn't R. Kelly's cousin. He did it again.
Yeah, he did it again, girl. Yeah.
What he now? I know they got mad at each other because I guess Levi started hanging out with Larry. I must admit that. What did he say?
He was just basically saying what he did today, that all of this creativity, this
It
createness
was his
of this.
idea, just like he
Yes,
did
girl.
Sylvia.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So he has a repeat performance. This is how he is.
Yes, that's exactly what he's
Wow.
doing. That's
So everything that
crazy.
he's involved in. But see, remember I said this. I said it's awful funny how he comes back and he talks about how a person did this and did that, and you was around the whole time.
And let it
Well,
happen.
then why did you not say nothing
And let
the
it
whole
happen.
time?
Thank
That
you.
make it worse. It don't make you a superhero or make you a super criminal, make you super guilty like the next person, and actually make you worse.
Just as terrible. You are two times
and make you
terrible.
worse.
Exactly.
Because you've been sitting around with that person eating swine and crawdads and whatever and kicking it with them while you knew the whole time. That's why all them backdoor meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you shouldn't be involved in backdoor meetings because you get blamed for it.
Girl, now he trying to like slowly detach himself from things.
He do it all the time. It's a repeat performance. Everybody that he's fooled with is always the same thing. Mm-hmm. Always.
Now he says that all of these people that separated and moved away from him needed him. But he always the first one that's doing the snitching on them. So if they needed him and they got all the information and they did this and you carried them, who's still the responsible one to be in trouble? Him.
That's what I would think.
That's what I know. I think, girl.
Because if you initiate, and then you have to think about a lot of things that people probably did to help him, thinking it was in the help for Mr. Kelly. Mm-hmm. But in turn, it was to hurt Mr. Kelly, as far as we can see, because I have not seen him produce the paperwork still that he said was supposed to free Mr. Kelly. Where the hell that paperwork at? That's been said since day one.
Hello.
So we ain't never seen that. But you produce some paperwork on everything and everybody else. That's kind of like,
Okay. Next question. Let me tell you this, girl. Let me tell you what else he dropped, right?
Oh, Lord.
This boy sat over there and says that he come first. Now, wasn't he out here something about his pops? He'll die for his pops, and he 10-toe. Now,
it's about. Forgot he said that he would trade places with Mr. Kelly too. Remember?
It's on the live we listen to. Yeah, he said I come first. I'm like, but
so now he come first.
Girl,
okay.
Yes, he said it. Yes, he said it.
Okay. Well, at least his words go with his actions. We've been seeing he come first, so that okay. What's new?
Girl, now he come first. He done push Pops to the back burner.
I didn't even know Pops was on the burner. I couldn't tell. Because every story you're talking about the people that's fighting for R. Kelly, you fighting against the people that's for R. Kelly. I mean, come on now.
What do you think about him displaying or replaying Tim Savage video about what he was saying, with R. Kelly, kind of in it about Joy and Joy's being held hostage and all of this stuff, right? What do you think about Bookum replaying that live? Mind you, he called himself having an intervention with Tim Savage, making Tim Savage look wrong about what he's saying. That ain't true. That ain't true. To come back out and use that same video to put on Lady G. What do you think about that?
A person drawing in straws, so they have nothing else to draw with.
Thank you.
They don't have nothing to pull at. They don't have nothing to come out their head. They are basically hanging on string. Mm-hmm. But like I said on someone else's channel earlier today, nigga, he ain't cut no strings. Everybody done cut the strings on him, from the ABCs to the nobodies to the somebodies. People not messing with him. And that ain't a safe place to be at, because You know, I don't even think it's that you done burnt so many bridges. I think you done blew the bridges up. I mean, just look at this from day one where he started. He done had beef with everybody. Everybody. But yet still you cool with the opposition. I don't think you have to be a genius to figure something out. You may not figure it all out, but
I just thought that was a hot mess. Like you replaying
it
something.
is.
Woo, I don't know, but
Well, if I'm gonna implicate you to take the focus off of me, and this is what he do all the time. He brings up stuff about other people to get the focus off of him. But those of us that's been around from day one, it's what you call a reenactment. You're doing the same thing over and over again, hoping to get the same type of response. Well, I think a lot of people done had enough. You know, I mean, it's the same situation. I mean, everybody used you to get to R. Kelly. Okay, you had to get away to get to R. Kelly. How somebody gonna use you to get to somebody you don't know?
True, that's facts.
For one, you know, it's always they use my ideas. And for the life of me, if I hear that man say one more time, he gave the freaking marches. No, you attached yourself to other people's marches that you to do it.
He doesn't
I didn't see him trying to get on yours because he knew he wasn't gonna be able to do that.
He doesn't.
He knew that wasn't gonna never happen.
Oh, that wasn't gonna fly.
He didn't attach himself to the Boskies because he knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Right.
So you are taking advantage of people that don't know or they just are not understanding the whole situation. And this is at the beginning. Because a lot of everybody, nobody knew who knew anybody. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? You said you say who you are. I'm not going to say he lied because I don't know who you know. And that's the truth. I can't say you don't know somebody. I don't know who you know. But later on, as time has gone on past, where you had Mr. Kelly's own people said, we don't know him. And they would have been there around that time. Now, unless he was a person that was on the corner that, you know, he would shoot out a couple of dollars to because he was, you know, all the little dude up here tap dancing on the corner. Okay, he probably don't know you other than passing you a couple of dollars, but probably don't even remember you from that.
Wow.
I mean, you got to think about it. Just think. Everybody you've been in contact with, you done got into it with, that's on the side you supposed to be fighting for.
Right.
I mean, even in Jesus' day, I don't remember nobody marching him that was in his corner. Now, they did stuff behind his back, which was one person, but dude, you, maybe he's that Judas. Let me shut up. He might be that Judas.
We had a Judas in the chat last night.
Oh, Lord.
Girl, I had to go ahead on and block him because he came over here and I was like, listen, the only place you need to be is over at Bookum's church on Sunday morning and leave me the hell alone. I ain't trying to hear it. I don't know.
That's sad. That's sad that, you know, for real, he should have just walked away. I'll be nice and say 2 years ago. Because his name probably wouldn't have been in nothing. Everybody would have forgot about him, other than the stupid stuff he did and the jokes that you was making, you know. Outside of that, I think he probably would have been safe, but he just went so far with it, I don't think he can get out of nothing.
He can't, he definitely is not going to fall back because he feels that he's just very superior of people, especially when it comes to the stories, you know.
Well, the stories aren't his stories, and I want your viewers to understand that when we all used to talk about the things that we remembered around the time of R. Kelly, whether it was an R. Kelly conversation or Keith Sweat conversation or Jay-Z conversation, we talked about Michael Jackson. We talked about things that we remembered, and a person might have had an insight to who R. Kelly was or so on and so forth. I personally feel he recycled a lot of people's stories. And then once he got to knowing the who's who people,
Mm-hmm.
he recycled their stories. And I think basically, perhaps he was probably one of the people that was probably hired in, because if you look at it, everybody that
So
got
is
something
this
against
something
Mr. Kelly is
where
a freaking criminal.
is this something
And they
that
got a
had
contact. They got
turned?
some type of connection. I'm
Is
sorry, what?
is this your story of how you got turned off from him? What was it that turned you off from this man, from that boy? Because I
A
know what
lot of
turned me
things.
off.
A lot of things. I'm gonna tell you what I said a long, long, long time ago. I had made mention. I said R. Kelly been paying for other people's faults, and them other people were doing stuff in his camp. And I mean, I could be wrong. It's just my opinion.
Right, right.
I made that comment in one of his chats one time. He hurried up and said, "Oh no, 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 that's not true, nigga. Wait a minute. If you the age that you are, you don't know nothing about nothing that we used to hear back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have the internet, but if you knew somebody that was in the groove of shit, excuse me, I'm sorry, that was in the groove of the know-all because they were there, that's how you got your information.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, that,
then once that happened, what did we used to have? Party line.
right.
Ain't nothing that's on this internet about Jay-Z messing with Foxy Brown and other young chicks and Rihanna. Ain't none of that stuff new news.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff old news. And wasn't nobody tripping back then. Now, I was of age. I was 21 when he made his debut.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't none of that stuff no new news. And I can't understand, unless these people are younger than what they look like.
Shit.
I'm like, how you people don't know none of this stuff? Because it was like conversation. Don't go get your hair done. Don't go don't go get your nails done. We all sat down and we talked about all of it like we were literally there, because people knew people that used to bust the conversations out.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody ever talked about Mr. Kelly like they talking now, because if what they say is true, that he messed with all these old young girls, he wasn't the first. And he's not gonna be the last. And a lot of these little young hot to try females got it from their mama.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with them being dope heads. There was a lot of dope heads back in the day. Everybody know tell the truth and shame the devil.
Right.
They mama was putting them out there like that. So a lot of them girls, they knew about how to get money. They look who taught them, they mama.
Mm-hmm.
They aunties. So a lot of this stuff ain't none of this stuff no new news. And why they acting like it's new news, I don't know. But if you gonna lock up one, you better lock up them all. That's how I feel.
Right. Right.
And you start with what? The parents. I just told you how a lot of these girls had to go out and get it. A lot of their mamas was putting them out there like that. For real.
Well,
but your homeboy, it ain't no way, if he's as young as he's not, as he say, he shouldn't know nothing about nothing, especially not no details on his own.
exactly. Exactly. So I'm trying to decipher, like, what are you doing? Are you for a channel? Are you for Mr. Kelly? Which one was it? Because if you clearly had Mr. Kelly's backing, right? There's no way that you are running this type of, channel with revealing a lot of inside stuff, whether it's good or it's bad.
Or bad.
It didn't matter.
I saw that one thing. I saw your video that you posted a while ago where he had some chick on there, and I went and watched that. You giving the girl information, but okay, I'm going to say this. Sometimes you have people pre-examined, pre-qualified, what's the word I want to say? Pre-question, where you already got questions already in mind because you already done set it up. It's what you call the meeting before the meeting. I believe in my heart that's what he's done with a lot of stuff that he's done. So that's why I don't believe a lot of stuff. That's why I stopped fooling with him. That's why it's just a lot of things that he did that just were not up and up. How he treated the other YouTubers, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't. I don't care what somebody did in their lifetime. their business is their business. They're not the one that we're here discussing. We're talking about Mr. Kelly and trying to get him free or whatever the case that you're trying to do on your page or whatever. Talking about somebody's kids, that ain't the conversation.
Right, right.
You know? I mean, none of it. I mean, if everybody sits back and thinks about it, how do we all get off thrown off?
Well,
I'm telling you, I had many a nights where I was cracking up behind people driving another person. Even when he used to drive people, I used to crack up because it was funny.
Yeah.
But once it got to a point to where you doing dirt and trying to send people to jail, that was enough.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, it was exhausting. Definitely was exhausting, So
And it's a mental thing. People done got sick behind all that stuff. I mean, oh Lord Jesus. I mean, I just think about all the people they said and got sick behind this R. Kelly. Girl, I don't do nothing that's that damn complicated. I'm gonna walk away real quick.
yeah, I didn't understand that either. I'm like, why aren't they just argue it out? I could not understand the fact of they wanted to send people to jail. That just went. I was like, what?
That's too much, and for
Do
why?
you not know when you do that, everybody has a right to its accuser of whatever you are accusing people of, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, Audrey. Talk to the chat for a second. I gotta get some.
You never brought.
Hey, chat. I miss y'all, man. Guess what, y'all? I done turned 51 and got another brand new grandson. He's spoiled to death, and guess what his name is? Andre. My daughter named him after me. And he's a little spoiled little monster, too. He just turned a month. And now I'm sitting up here with my other one, Lawrence. He's bad as heck. But he's bad because I make him bad. How all y'all been doing? Y'all all been doing good. I wish you had a chat up so I can see how everybody's doing. Or do I have it on my... Let me see if I got it on my thinking machine. It's not on my TV. Dang it. Where's my tablet at, y'all? Here it is. Let me see if it's on my tablet. Now, I'm looking for a few of my things down dang it minds. Where my minds at? Where my people at? Because I miss y'all to death. I have not seen y'all in a long time. And I really hope everybody's been doing well. I hope everybody had a beautiful Mother's Day. I hope if your mother's alive that they had good ones and your sisters and everything and your friends and even y'all enemies. I hope everybody had a beautiful one. Yes. And what she say, R. Kelly is 1 year older than me. I'm from the Chi. Okay. The Lady Diva. Did you go to school with him? Or did you know somebody that knew somebody? Because I met him one time, and I have to be very honest. I didn't see anything disrespectful, even at a distance. When I was on my side of the room, he was on here. I never saw him do anything that I would say, oh, that nigga's dirty. I never saw anything like that. And anybody that I knew that had associations with him, I never heard anybody, they were guys, but I never heard anybody say anything negative about that man, other than that he was real cool. And that's about it. That's about it. Who else is in here that I ain't seen in a long time? Let me see.
I'm still here, Audrey. I just gotta do.
I hear you, sister. I hear you. Who else? Oh, my goodness. I can't see. I'm so blind. Say, a lot of folks who met Kills say the same thing. Yeah. Miss Jenny B, you're right. That's all I can say. I never said it. I mean, I've met other people, and honestly, a lot of these people that be saying bad stuff about a lot of these stars, I don't know if they be lying or just be jeffing or just be trying to talk up some stuff. I've met like Dr. Dre, Eazy, when they were together. Yes, that's telling my age, but I was young then too, but I wasn't. Yeah, I was young. I was still in high school. They were just like young dudes. They wasn't disrespectful. I mean, they was cool, even though my baby daddy and them brought them to our city to perform. But they was cool people. They wasn't disrespectful either. So I don't know if it's a persona that people give people or that's what persona they allow people to give them. But I don't think we need to do that no more because all these old fake narratives that we put on ourselves or we allow people to put on us, this is the stuff that you get. People will try you and put you in a situation that you can't get out of. That's messed up. There's a lot of people that so-called got bad reputations out here in the entertainment center, and they're not like that. There's a lot of people. Now these young bucks today, I couldn't tell you, wouldn't want to meet them, none of that. I don't even want my kids going to see them because what you seeing them saying is what you seeing, unless they straight perpetrating a fraud. But a lot of these young ones, I don't think they perpetrate nothing. And I ain't mad at them if they stand on their ground. They who they are, I'm not mad at them, but I don't know. A lot of our old folks back in the day that are old now, and well, they not old. I ain't gonna say they old, but our
up in age
90s R&Bs, a lot of them had so-called reputations that they really wasn't them, and it done messed them up. It has really messed them up. And you know what, sister? I have seen quite a few outside of R. Kelly realm people, and a lot of the things that I've heard them say were very positive things.
Same here.
So I really don't see where all of this negativity is coming from outside of you got people that you think is in this man's corner and to turn to find out they not in this corner or they doing their own doggone dirt themselves. Which a lot of that stuff, if you think about it, is true. A lot of things that we saw be uncovered, we heard the truth about, oh God, what's that old man's name, his manager? Oh God, I can't remember the man's name. How he was doing things and his sister came out on him. A lot of that stuff that we heard back in the day, that stuff was true.
You talking about
Mr. Kelly was paying to get other people out of trouble.
Yeah.
And I just don't like it that them people done lied and I mean, we all got our fallacies. I'm not saying the man's perfect because I don't know. I know I'm not. I ain't walking on water, nor am I sinking and saying fast either. But that's just too much for this stuff to go on for 30. Even Jeffrey Epstein wasn't doing the dirt that long. And then they turned around and got his homegirl. Yep. So if he had somebody to go to jail with him, where everybody else, Mr. Kelly?
Yeah.
That's some bull crap. I don't care what nobody say. That's some bull crap.
Yeah. Well, that's what, my question.
And that dude had some young ones, and he kept the young ones. And then, I don't want to get involved in that one. I ain't say nothing else because I don't need nobody trying to choke me up. And this is just some stuff that we done seen. You know what I'm saying? We just done seen it for ourselves. But the stuff that this man was involved in, so they say, that's some serious stuff. You got people out the country that hold positions. That's a lot. And then I wonder how true enough of that story is. Because once I found out about his stuff, the first time that they had got Mr. Epstein, nobody was talking about it. Nobody. And then you got some channels out here. I cannot find this man's channel. This man had a list of people's names that's on that. Remember I told you about that list? Can you hear me, sis? Or are you back yet?
No, I'm coming back in a second. I'm coming.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a list that this gentleman ended up getting. And it had a lot of our so-called favorite stars on there. And if you ask yourself, you'd be like, yeah, where are they? Forrest Gump. Not Forrest Gump. What's his name? Oh, God. Well, the guy that played Forrest Gump. And I like Tom Hanks. He was on there. They had Jay-Z, Beyonce. They had Kanye on there. They had Disney, the business. Sony, the business. And from what I've gathered from that list that they had, a lot of the so-called businesses, they were all entertainment, whether it be music or theatrics or film. With what they did, they had basically set out their top people to put them on their chopping list. Because if you think about it, where do these so-called stars get all this so-called energy from? From that music. So if the music is the one feeding the so-called monster, why on earth is the places that usually protect their artists not under fire? Because if you know somebody's weakness, you're gonna feed it so you can until you get what you want. So a lot of stuff is just common sense. A lot of it's just common sense. A lot of it is if you're not doing what they want you to do, what do? They get rid of you. I'm just glad they didn't decide to do nothing physically to them. That's all I can say. Because a lot of these so-called people that's coming up dead, that's crazy. And damn near everybody got a drug problem. That's just crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Yeah, she said, Oprah, you sure all right, Jenny B. You seen the list too, huh? See, she's seen the list, and it's a real list that it was Epstein's list. It's a real live list. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I was just looking at it and it just popped up in my face.
Yeah.
She ain't lying.
Yeah, everybody knows the thing.
Drinking baby blood as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny B, you be on the same stuff I be investigating all that stuff, Jenny B. John Legend, yep.
Yeah,
she's
but
seen the list.
you're talking about people who they have deemed to be untouchable, though. These people are just untouchable. What do you do? Some of them.
If you make the deal and don't break the wheel, you fine.
Yeah.
But when you make the deal and you break that wheel, that's when they on your ass, Mr. Mailman.
Have you ever thought about the process of if they do decide to take the people with the money out, then what would happen with the circulation of the money, which is what they need,
It'll be a new part. It'll be a new sort of people doing it. That's all.
Yeah.
You have the changing of the guards. Yeah. And you got people that's not gonna change the hands of the guards. They don't want to. Because they're too greedy, they too deep inside, and they are not going to step down to help their own problem. I'm just gonna tell on you.
Well, they say that I think I read, how this cycle continues to repeat itself too, because like you said, they have to get older, right? They have to die off. And as they getting older and dying off, they are already in the making of new trainees, right? So they
did that way before then. You got Usher, you got Chris Brown, you got, what's that little young boy's name? Oh, God.
Well, half of them went to jail
with Tony Braxton, and I like that little young boy. He got a little bit of talent.
Wait,
Trey Songz, that's his name. Some of that stuff, I'm like, now that's too much. But then you got to ask yourself: is it real or is it fake? I mean, because they've already transitioned the people to who they want to put in this place, and if they haven't done what they supposed to do, they gonna do what? They gonna lose their spot. So you just it's just history repeats itself.
Yeah.
You had Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry went to jail for why? Does anybody know why Chuck Berry went to jail? When they finally arrested him, he went to jail not because he was just messing with young girls, but because he was messing with white girls. And that man had plenty of money. So you got to start from the beginning where they started messing with us.
Did they use the Mann Act on him too?
I really don't know. I really never heard the answer for why they put him in jail or his charge, but he went to jail for messing with white girls.
Oh wow! They did the Jim Crow on him.
Now, if they were of age, I don't know. But from what they said, they could have been both. From what they say, it was young girls, but I'm quite sure he messed with older girls too, because he was young when he got into the business too. So you got to think about if it's okay for him to date us, it ain't okay to date y'all. Then that, to me, that would tell me then stop dating them. Because they doing it now to the older black men that think they done made it. When them women get finished with them, oh my! You talk bad about your black sisters, but when the white women get finished with them, they be like, man, I never went through this with a sister.
Yeah. I don't know.
Especially look at the NFL and the NBA. They be, oh my goodness.
Under,
I wouldn't date
undercover
nobody if
until it
I was a
all
man.
get
I would just date
exposed.
myself. I wouldn't want no girlfriend. I wouldn't want nothing. I would just have my money and my family. That's it.
Really? I mean, but so you're saying that you would stay steer of it because of what could possibly happen because of what we're seeing now. It would
It's
frighten
not
you that
now. It's what's
bad. I
been going on. This is nothing new. This is what I'm saying.
Right,
None of this stuff
but
is
it
new.
still shouldn't fear you from carrying on a normal lifestyle, being rich, or whether if you in NFL or NBA, you just have to know what not to do, right? You just don't do it.
What is a man? What is a black man when he's young? What is a black man when he's young? When he's a kid, he's a black kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is a black teenager? He
Black.
a black teenager.
Mm-hmm.
What is a black man when he becomes a man? He's a black man.
Okay.
One thing you gonna always be is black.
Okay. Can't
And they're
change
not
that.
gonna let you forget the spot and the place that you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You could be a rich black man, but what are you? You're a black man.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of trying to intrude yourself to be somewhere where they don't want your ass at for real, you should stay where you best fitted. I'm not saying to be prejudiced, but know where you should be at and know where you shouldn't be at.
And it's still
Because
nothing.
if I'm not wanted, I'm not going nowhere that I'm not wanted. I don't care if I got all the money in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to put myself nor my family through no bull crap that ain't even freaking worth it. It's not worth it.
Well, especially we know now that it's easy for them to plant a seed, and it's a much harder fight for you to get you out of a situation
Yep.
that they planted it on, put it on you. So,
Yep.
and to me, the only way to
my
get out of
daughter's
a
married to a white
situation,
man, right?
yeah,
My daughter's married to a white man.
yeah,
And I'm not prejudiced because we have German in our family, whatnot and everything. But my whole thing is, if that person is not willing to stand by you through the thick and thin, why did you marry them?
mm-hmm.
Or why did they marry you? Because I know if anybody approaches my daughter with some mess, or somebody approaches him some mess with some black and white stuff, he's not going to put up with it. I done seen it for myself. But you got these other people, they get married to them and everything, and yeah, they calling you an N-word too.
Mm-hmm.
So when it gets to the thick of things, where they at? Where they sitting on the fence? On the fence or off the fence?
Trying
on the
to
one side of the
figure it
fence
out.
or the other side of the
Yeah,
fence?
yeah.
It's too many places that they can pick. So that's why I be so scared for these young men out here. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think they really realize that until it really gets to where people are not prejudiced, it's never gonna stop.
Right, that's
Never.
facts. That's facts.
It'll never stop. And I had to protect mine before I protect somebody else's, and mine is my brother's.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my little brothers.
Yeah.
I had to protect them.
I always
I'm not saying don't date them, but if I see somebody, she could be a black girl, if her ass ain't right, I'm gonna say she ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter. But when you start seeing things on a personal note, my little cousin used to play for MU, play football for MU.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my cousin, I said, be aware of them white girls down there, because they done took 101 nigga classes. Ain't no black girl gonna get a chance to get your ass, because they done already took them classes. And this is on every freaking major college campus.
Yeah.
They own you. I think they get them white girl courses
Yeah.
on how to snatch a nigga before you get to the NBA or the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I personally do. Look at Kanye. That's a prime freaking example. Fool, you married a hoe. What you think you was gonna get out of that? You seen how she did her husband that she was creeping with you.
Mm-hmm.
You see how she did this other fool. What the hell makes you
made
think that
him
you
think
was
that
that
he
one?
was different or was gonna be done? You right. You are
What the
so
hell
right.
made you think
And
you
I
was
think
that
that a
one?
lot of them go into to the relationships or and game like that. I'm gonna be the better one. Not if you have been seeing an existing pattern of a person. What makes you think that that pattern is gonna be broken because you come along? What?
Yep. What was like my dad used to say? What's so good about you?
Exactly. That she
And if you can't answer that question
that it can't be
for real,
done
with
to
a
you.
truthful answer, ain't
Mm-hmm.
nothing different about you from the next school down on the corner.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So you have to just look at the things and just see what is the a real agenda. You know, I mean, I'm not saying that Kim and them are prejudiced. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that they're not. I don't know them personally,
Mm.
but I know to lay down with one with a black person, you probably do have to have, you know, a sensibility of love and understanding. You don't have that connection of being prejudiced. That's what I would think.
It's that, and because we know our culture history, we know it. You
Yeah.
know, you can just understand the dynamic of being
Puppy.
together once you can, relate and have discussions and topics and you can connect way
Hush.
better with your own kind. That's just my opinion, but I'm not against the opposites of attraction at all, but still I think that we understand each other better once we stay in our place to be, or where we were.
Well, you
But
know what? I would say that, but you know what? When we were in junior high school, and elementary, we dated our race. There was no black or white. I mean, if it was, I never heard it. I didn't grow up like
mm,
that. I didn't grow up white and black. I knew about the racism stuff,
yeah,
but I didn't have to grow up hearing
yeah, I
stay
remember
away
that
from
lady that's
whitey,
in there
that
called
cracker. I didn't hear none of
lifestyle.
that. And as I said, you know, we have
Mm.
Germans in our family as well. You know, we have quite a bit of a
Okay, go on. I'm
tribe in
trying to
our
get ready to get
family.
off in a minute.
But when you're young, that's where all your truths are.
Yeah.
And if you grew up loving your sister and brother, regardless of what color they are, I take that as true love.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take true love as you gonna find somebody because they took you out of a spot or where you at, or you see something that you ain't never had and you can get that with that person, or they have opportunities, or as they say, oh, he not inspiration. What is it? He has potential.
Mm-hmm.
No, if you're gonna be with somebody and you getting it with them from the dirt, I have more respect for women like that. If you the opposite,
Mm-hmm.
race. If you there from the beginning, I have respect for people like that.
Yeah.
I don't have respect for a woman that come in after somebody else and did all the work with that individual, and you want to come in like you captain say the whole. I don't like that. And then you end up putting the sisters down that was there with the mess or with the good. Because it ain't always bad when you break up with somebody, you know what I mean? It's not always bad, but I don't like that. But yeah, it's a mess, and I just see right now that until all this prejudice get out the way, and I know a lot of the prejudice that are against us is because of fear. That's all that it is. You have fear against something that you don't know, something that you can't compete with, something that you can't beat. So there's a fear against us. And we need to stop fearing each other and start being with each other, start having each other's back.
Yeah. Wish it was still
Because
like
this
that
ain't getting
today.
no better. And then I was just watching TV earlier today about the Mexican, the Spanish people that they let come up to Chicago. Now them people don't want them up there.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I be on my news. I be watching it, and they were really sincere about what they were saying. But my whole thing is, if y'all didn't want that open, y'all should have never allowed it to happen. So if you don't say nothing, they gonna do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta ask yourself why they let them come up in there. There's a reason why they put a treadway straight to Chicago. There's a reason.
Why?
I don't know. That's the whole thing. There's a reason why they sent them there on a highway to Hell Pass.
Yeah.
Because, we've always had Spanish and Mexican, Latin folks in our neighborhoods. They're just as broke as we was, trying to figure out just like we were.
Well,
now, you remember a few years ago, before they had taken them and was putting the kids in cages, so they said.
Yeah.
And if your mama wasn't Mexican, or American, she had to go back to Mexico. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, from what I gathered from listening to the men that worked in the field of construction and etc., they didn't like it and it just wasn't black and white. I mean, just wasn't black people saying it. It was a lot of white people that were saying it because the Mexicans were coming over here, not charging you more than what they were supposed to, and did a damn good job, and they were losing the jobs. Could that be a reason?
I mean, it could. I think that could be a possible valid reason, but I'm also keen and not get stuck on the number factor of the human population, because that's technically how we were designed to be. I mean, with taxation and all of that stuff, and when you had the northern and the southern competing, or I would say litigating or mitigating to adopt what we call our Constitution, right? And you had so many people that had opposed to whether if they wanted to migrate, this number of people, whether if you were black, still enslaved or not in slavery, everybody had to be accounted for to establish a certain number demographically around our, United States of America. I'm not going to even count the country. I'm just going to the other countries. I'm just going to say this one. So when we see them put and talk about these different people that is coming in line to this particular state or over to this one or whatever, I'm pretty much stuck on, also with what you said, right? I'm pretty much stuck on taking it back to the 1700s when the Constitution was developed, and how they had to count people to establish certain states and keep them balanced for their purposes and their secret reasons, which which has to deal with taxation and all of the fake money that they done made, because they got themselves in so much debt before we even came along, and they have to find ways to continue to blind us as if we're at a point where we should be. So that, to me, all of this stuff is distractions from when our free humanity was born into this, this whole big society thing. That's just my understanding of it. That
this society was made the way it was because the people that left England did not want to go by their rules. Yeah. So either you get the hell out or you're going to go by rules. So that's why they came over here. They didn't come over here because they wanted to do something different and do something better. No. Yeah. That's not true at all. And what I need my people to understand is George Washington was not your first fucking president. Yeah. So people, do your research. Don't let people tell you what they want you to know. Go out and rethink some things. And then I found out some information that kind of like totally shocked me for real. But I heard some information, and it was written back in those days, however they write that stuff up, that George Washington's wife was a black woman. And back in those days, there were already black people here, so they call us. Which you call us I can never say it. I can't say it. There are people over here. We were already sophisticated. We were already smart. We already had things made and figuring out how to do this and do that.
Yeah.
And they loved black women. When those Europeans came over here, they loved black women. Yeah. And I'll take it, and I'm going real fast with it because I want people to understand how much black people really mean to Caucasian and the issues between black women and white women. Now, when that master and his wife was in that bed, 10 times out of 10, that so-called slave was in between him and his wife. She was in the bed with him. And if she wasn't in the bed, she was at the bottom of the bed. And if she wasn't at the bottom of the bed, she was still in the room. Now, you tell me what woman it think that that's cool that her man's gonna let I'm gonna say the N-word, gonna let a slave come in their bed. That's some pure jealousy, ain't it?
Yeah.
And you think that jealousy ain't gonna stem for thousands and thousands of years?
Yeah, but see,
I'm
so you
gotta think about the things that go on. That's why we telling people, think about what you really looking at. And I'm not saying it's in today's time, but I can guarantee you, those women felt like that back in the 1800s and the beginnings of the 1900s. They still had them feelings in the 1950s and all that. They still had that feeling of why is she here?
Yeah.
And that's a pure jealousy, you know, but you can't help what the heart really wants. So then you ask yourself, what is the big deal to white women going after the black man? It's to actually, and people will say it how they want to say it, but I look at it like this. That is one thing that a white woman feels that she can throw on a black woman's face. Now I took yours, now what? Yeah. Tell me if I'm tripping.
I do kind of, I agree with that.
Tell me if I'm tripping. No. And I just had this epiphany one day. And I was like, that's what the damn problem is. Because them women don't really want those black men. They don't. They only want them for a few things, and that's just to benefit them. Now, you might find a few white women that really love that man, but like I said, it's just a lot to handle. You really would have to be with somebody to say you love them. I can't love nobody in 6 months, Khloe Kardashian, and be straight in love with you.
You don't believe that love at first sight?
There's some things that just don't mix.
Love at first sight exists. It's existable. It is.
It does, but if it did, they still be married.
Well, yeah, that's true too, I guess.
So, you know, you gonna fight through the thick and thin. But, you know, it's just a lot of things. And our black men, you know, you can only look out so much for your brother.
Yeah.
Before you say F it, nigga, figure it out.
I think that, though, when it comes to men, you know, they, other than using colorism, that somewhere aligned with your story it's designed for once they do reach a certain level where they can have what they want, and when they want it, it doesn't matter about the color. It becomes greed now. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of just greed, you know. So it is, but
you have everything.
But I also, like I say, look at it your way too, because you can take that man and coming from being enslaved, right, could also be using that tactic or strategy that, well, like you said, you done it to our women, so you know, and do it back to yours back. You know, this is what we did, right? So why am I in trouble for it? Why am I in trouble for something that I learned from your culture? Like, why? So I look at all of that, you know. But as far as us being,
sis, I just saw one on here, and I have a question. Where did it go? The person that wrote "Chicago is Babylon." It was Jenny B. Why you say that? That just caught my eye. Because when people say certain things, I look at it. It said he was the 7th president. All right, Miss Queenie, go on with that education. Indigenous. Thank you, Queen E. Indigenous. I had to go back and look at the thing. It's just a lot of things, and I learn from my people.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who knows something more than you.
Yeah.
And if we don't never say nothing, we're never gonna know anything past our noses.
Yeah. I just be so reluctant to, you know, have these conversations, because every conversation is always open for a debate, but I just don't care for debates like that. If I know that I done read something, I've educated myself on it, but then you'll have your debater who is trying to be persuasive on having you look at it from a different way, and then it's like you're
But that's a
confused.
way of life. That's a way of
I
life.
know, but
That's
I
a way
like
of
to
life.
just
But as
know.
long as it's not argumentative,
You're
I'm
right.
cool with
I
any
know,
type of
but
conversation.
once I
Anybody
done
want to
done
argue,
my
you
research
win.
though, sis, and kind of looked at this and looked at that, I'm kind of stuck,
Mhm.
kind of right there. Even though I know it can be more research done to it, but I don't like to have
Right.
myself confused
Right.
total in a total regard to like, oh my god, okay, like you just said, George Washington wasn't the first, and then someone in
Yep.
here saying no, he was the seventh. So now I'm
Yep.
like, okay, I got to go back and look. However, on the
Yeah, but see,
dollar,
that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed
on
to get your mind to going to where it's gonna make you
who's
go and
on the
figure out
dollar
something.
bill, who's on the dollar bill?
Me.
You ain't on no damn dollar bill.
But you have to think about it for a second.
Who's on the dollar bill? Who's on the dollar bill? George
I
Washington.
thought it was George Washington unless they
Exactly.
have
So
changed it
so
up.
when your people starts to come across having money, your younger people, if you don't start teaching them right then and there when they retrieve that first dollar bill, when do we give it
Mhm.
to them? Around their first birthday? Well, they're not gonna know. Around their 10th birthday, it's some dollar bills. Why haven't we taught that child then that okay, we know he's on the dollar bill. The dollar bill has a number one on it. So the presumption would be, oh, well, this is our first president. We don't
Mhm.
correct that. We don't correct that. So now you'll
Mhm.
have your child or anybody going through life believing that George Washington was the first president because they put the
Yep.
presidents on the bills
Bingo.
to make it appear that this is how they fell in order. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what they educate us. They tell you what they
Mm-hmm.
want you
Mm-hmm.
to know. And if no one has learned that out of all the years your mama and your grandma and them been telling you that,
Mm-hmm.
you a lost soul.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I leave stuff out of a book that doesn't fulfill everything that has happened in America,
Mm-hmm.
you're only gonna know what you've been taught.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I
you
can
can't fault people for
guarantee
just you
you,
can't fault people for what they learn,
I
and
can
you can't fault
guarantee you
them for
that
what they
most
don't know. Because a lot of
parents,
people don't know how to research. A
I
lot of people
can
don't know
guarantee
how
you
to take those
most
measures.
parents does not tell their child when they get that dollar bill and seeing that number one on there, they have no clue in what order George Washington. I guarantee you that doesn't happen. Doesn't happen.
But they didn't tell us that George Washington wasn't the first. They said he was the first president.
Right.
So you can only go on what
What
you
they
were
say
taught.
until you're old enough to do that research and then start asking, but
Yeah.
so
Because a lot of people older than us didn't know a lot of things in history.
mm-hmm,
They didn't
mm-hmm.
know. They didn't know that George Washington was the first president.
Yeah, that's facts.
They didn't know that Columbus did not literally go how do you really here for
Mm-hmm,
one thing. That's
mm-hmm,
common sense, but my little smart mouth.
mm-hmm,
But he didn't discover anything. He wasn't even the one that did it. It was a black man. I can't remember his name. He
mm-hmm,
discovered America.
mm-hmm.
And then y'all wasn't even trying to get to America. So I mean, look at it like this. You got people to this very day that does this R. Kelly thing. It was my idea. I'm the one that started that. What the love of Jesus Christ?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Sylvia started that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Warren Pap started that. Wait a minute. Debosky was doing this before it. Wait a minute. How you do it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way of the world. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
has changed. People gotta change. You know,
yeah.
instead of fighting against each other, we need to be working with each other. And clearly, who knows? I have a way to stop all that, but
It
a
didn't
lot of
even
people may
matter
not
to
agree
me.
with it. But
It didn't matter to me at all. My subjective goal to it was for it to grow. I ain't care
yeah,
who did the
yeah.
shit. It
I
didn't
just want
matter.
people that's on the same page,
That
regardless
this
of their
that's
color,
it.
regardless of how they race, their financial situation. If everybody be on the same page, the United States will be unbreakable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unbreakable. I think people my age, I think honestly, I think that personally and a little bit older than me, I think the prejudice on stuff probably is going to be at a cease and stop situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of us, we're not doing that black and white stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of us aren't.
Yeah.
And until all those old people that carry that hatred is gone, that's what we got to deal with.
Yeah.
You got people 80-something years old still in the Senate and all that. And some people ain't loving on us.
Nope.
They not.
They there for what?
They not loving on us. They don't even love their own.
They there for what?
Look how long we've been dealing with it.
They are there for what?
Money.
Do exactly what you doing and what I'm doing, trying to make a living and keep a roof over their damn
head. They ain't trying. They making
a living. Yeah, pretty much. That's what they there for. That's what they there for.
Yeah. So I mean, and I don't know. I just look at this whole thing and to sum up all of this stuff that's been going on, it's a crab pot situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get so many crabs in, somebody try to get out, they're going to pull you back under.
Yeah.
Or try to. Yeah. And then hopefully your friends ain't the one that's in there with you or your family doing the pulling you down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I commend everybody that did diligent work on this R. Kelly case.
Yeah, it was.
I thank everybody that put their heart and their soul in this case because it has opened up so much.
Yeah, it opened a lot of doors
about what's going on in the world in general.
And I am just grateful for being able to have that experience advocating under his name. I just feel grateful for doing that. I stood for something that I made a choice to stand for, which, mind you, I don't stand for a lot of stuff out here that I know has been designed systematically to be this way. So I don't
forget the viewers too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The viewers, a lot of people that just viewed, did a lot more than viewed. They just didn't make it public.
Yeah, facts.
A lot of people, and I thank you all, and I'm quite sure Mr. Kelly and these other men, because I guarantee you these laws are gonna change.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to change the way people think they're going to change. It's going to change, and it's probably going to be holding some women accountable in the future.
It should.
But, I just thank people that, they stand for what they believe, whether he's guilty or not.
Yeah.
Like I saw another thing a lady said, and I feel the same way. Regardless, if they found him guilty, I'm still supporting him. I still support R. Kelly. Because for one, like I said, the person... character means a lot. The character that I saw didn't carry itself like that. So I don't believe the stories that I've heard.
Yeah. I think that once they started reaching so far to make this stuff believable, it just threw me, honey. That the first docu-series, I was like...
They just picked up a whole bunch of crap and threw it at the wall and said, let's see what sticks.
Let's see what sticks.
And what stuck is still bull crap. Yep. That's the crazy part.
They said all we got to do is just sound alike. We gonna be okay. That's pretty much it.
And that was the worst story because all of y'all got the same story.
The same girl.
He dated you the same way he dated her. Then that means you didn't mean shit to him. I'm sorry.
He was a good man, but what?
A good man ain't gonna do what y'all said he did.
But you can't put that together. You can't, like, he was a good man, but he made me eat poop out of a cup. You shouldn't have been a girl. I was like, these stories is too wild for you. Unbelievable. And not to go back into colorism, coming from the black women is what startled me. I was like, oh my God. Black women? What
the hell started me? That if all this stuff that they saying that every singer, every rapper, and whoever else is doing that's a black man, if you dumb helpers is doing that for a bag, then you ladies ain't nothing.
Girl.
And I'm saying it very politely.
Leaving and coming back.
There's something wrong with y'all.
Leaving.
If you're gonna eat dookie out of a cup, if you're gonna allow a man to slap you in your head 25 times and you have not done anything, if you gonna get down on your knees and lick this man's feet, something wrong with you.
Not only that though, sis. Not only that. This one right here got me. They was leaving and coming back to a person that they called a monster,
An abuser.
an abuser.
I figure once you leave, you gone. You got your freedom. You can breathe, and you ain't even
Okay,
gonna look back. But I guess Lot in the Bible, when his wife looked back, she turned into salt. So I guess
I couldn't believe that
I guess it
story.
happened.
I left and I came back. I left and I came back. I left and
Uh,
you came back for what? So what did you like? Did you like the alleged abusing that you said he did, or did you just like being around him? 'Cause which one was it? Hey, boo.
they didn't like it. They like not having to work. I guess I don't know.
Not being
But
able to
me
shop.
myself, if he had as many girls as they said he had at the same time,
Uh,
y'all's the dummy because I'm not about to share no man, no dingling, no
girl,
money, no
girl,
trips, no nothing.
girl.
I want it all. And if I can't have it all,
Hello,
y'all help us figure it
hello.
out because I'm not doing all that.
I couldn't believe
That's a wee
that.
bit much to be
Like when you walked
trying to
up in the
sacrifice.
house, like didn't you see Becca and Rolanda and Teresa there? Didn't you? Wasn't you concerned about why they was there? Girl,
And if you
please.
told me that's what I'm gonna have to deal with, you know what? I don't have to do with nothing I don't want to.
Exactly.
Catch you at the next concert,
Exactly.
dog. I'm out.
And he sure
So
kept
that's why
saying
I had
that
to
story.
question
He
these
stuck
women.
to it.
What are your values? What are your morals?
He
Where the
said,
hell do you stand at?
Kelly
For a
say,
bag, bitch, go get your own bag. If I gotta put up with that, I'll get my own bag or I just won't have it. How about that?
Kelly say that you said that they held capture in the basement. I say he ain't had no damn basement. What y'all talking about? I said, girl, wasn't they making these stories up, baby?
Well, when did you get to come out for light?
Mm,
Well, I mean, was it a basement dungeon or was it a fixed up basement? Did
mm-mm.
you have a hair salon in the basement? Did you get your
Maybe it
nails
is
done?
because
I
he
mean,
keep
come
eating
on.
stuff.
Was you able to shop online while you was in the basement? I mean, come on now. It ain't that
Mm,
serious. I mean, it ain't enough money that will make me turn my head twice. And to make it so bad, I had an ex come tell me, "Oh yeah, I just got $20,000."
yeah,
And I was like, "Okay." I mean, was that supposed to turn my head?
yeah.
Because it didn't. I mean, you got to get a whole lot more than $20,000 to be trying to talk to me because $20,000 ain't gonna last me for long at all.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's supposed to be the end all, I got her for $20,000. That ain't enough. That's why I'm like these girls. Y'all settling for a bag, a Birkin bag. What?
Yeah.
$10,000, $20,000. Girl, set your sights up high, nigga. I need a business going. Buy the equipment and everything. Pay the taxes. That's what you can help me with. I mean,
Yeah.
And then I need you to be backing me for about 4 or 5 years, paying the rent until I can buy my own building, and you gonna do that too. Come on now.
Yeah.
No aspirations in life at all, but you smart. I done heard some of the parents say their kids were smart. They say, okay, the fruit don't fall far from the tree. If that's the case, you're not very bright. Oh yeah, and you know I gotta say something about Mr. Don Russell. I seen your video. I think I saw it live. I was just chilling with the baby.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
I heard what you said, but I don't know if I heard what you said. What
Well,
is your final thoughts
my
on
final
Mr.
thoughts
Russell?
is because I'm not a hatred person. You can't help what people do.
Right,
So, one thing that I do not do, regardless of what people do, is allow them to steal my joy or get into my
right,
inner peace. Because that's
right.
something that he did. When you look at the overall picture about what he did at the end of the day, it did not take away his time. I was,
No, right.
you know, I was, I guess, thrilled by the fact of him coming out earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
He did a
Uh-huh.
TBD, and TBD is someone, whom I became
She had
fond
that
of.
nigga's back like it was her fault.
Exactly.
She
So
had that boy's
if
back.
you're listening to her, I met TBD in person, you know? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
listening to her, and you usually put your energy behind someone who you feel is loyalty or honest about
Right.
things. So she kept saying, you know, she checked everything, and you can't have her speak on anything without receipts and everything, right? So I'm
Right.
like, well, if TBD is thinking that, okay, he's genuine, he's got this, she's checked that, and then I'm listening to his stories and they never changed, right? So I'm thinking,
Right.
okay, this guy got to be there for, you know, having R. Kelly's back on his agenda for coming in. He never mentioned in the beginning on that he was up in there to actually merge R. Kelly into his tech business or whatever to allow R. Kelly to have a smaller little platform, and then reaching further out to help him come across funds that would help R. Kelly. This is, you know, so. And
Mm-hmm.
I think when I did read about it, it was printed in the one article with the guy that they was working with overseas, but then the guy bailed out on it, and in the print, it said that R. Kelly needed the $1 million or whatever, and that would help pay his rent and things like that. So this is stuff that I'm actually reading too. So
Uh-huh.
who would have ever thought? Okay, let me say this. It's with Texas Black Diamond. She did confirm the fact that a lot of stuff that he did and the receipts, those all were valid and true. The only
Uh-huh.
thing that happened was that Don Russell, at the end of the game, expected for, I guess, after he had got in trouble, for Mr. Kelly to, you know, I guess present an affidavit or, you know, saying that, you know, he was woo, 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 and this is what happened with this and that. In other words, help me get off out of this situation that I got myself in. So you can't
Okay,
help.
can I interrupt you for 5 seconds? And
Uh,
then I want you to go right back what you said.
okay,
Me, I'm not mad at Mr. Russell. I don't know him.
right,
He ain't did nothing to me.
right.
You can go back and quote on what he said that he was and was not going to do on what he had.
Mm-hmm.
This man literally said, I got parties that can't be on Kelly.
Yes, he
But
did.
I'm not giving it to the attorneys because I need to make sure it's that
Yeah,
It's called make a copy.
yeah.
So why would you say something like that? Which
He also
let
said
me
that he didn't
say,
know who
oh no,
hands.
he can't be trusted.
He
And
said,
this was in the beginning.
yeah,
Okay. Wasn't in the middle. It
yeah.
was in the beginning.
Okay.
He literally said that. And I saw trouble in the making with that conversation and that quote that he said himself.
Mm.
Nobody told him to say it. Nobody made him say it. He said he was not going to release it unless give it to his attorneys, unless he had knowledge of his freedom.
Mm.
How you gonna use somebody else's paperwork to free them, to free yourself, and basically hold him hostage to where he needs your help?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't cool. That right there wasn't cool. I didn't like that.
Well, I feel, let me rebuttal to that on that. I feel that if Don Russell came and put this out here in the public, right? You already know that his attorneys probably peeps in this community over here. I also feel like that if that was true when he did say that, at that time that attorney Jennifer Bonjean, if she came, you know, across this
Wait a minute, Bon G wasn't involved at that time when he made that statement.
so when he made that statement, he also said that there was not another attorney or anybody that would work with him or that he would trust to do the right thing with.
But he didn't need the trust for him. Or Kelly needed the paperwork.
Mm.
If you holding on to my damn banking account information and you don't want to give it to my kids,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to benefit my kids, who you hurting? You hurting
Mm-hmm.
my kids. You hurting me.
Facts.
So that's where I get that from.
Mm-hmm.
Now, anything else about whatever else they got to say, I could care less. That right there was the only thing that I said wasn't cool.
Yeah. Well,
So why would R. Kelly? I'm not saying this is his fault pattern, but why would R. Kelly write you an affidavit if you got my paperwork? I'm not gonna help you, nigga. I'm in jail because of you. You held my paperwork.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Well,
I'm not gonna give you no paperwork and you just put me underneath the bus. No.
Now that we see how it all played out because he had to go and serve his time. And if you're talking about the paperwork, now I can believe that maybe he held on to that paperwork to help him with his, his, I'm not going to even say it was an agenda. I can't say that. What I can say is that Don Russell got mad and he held on to a bunch of stuff to have.
But he made his decision
Yeah.
before that paperwork was requested from him. So I mean, if R. Kelly even said it, I wouldn't give you shit, nigga. You holding on to my life.
Yeah.
And all you need me to say is you wasn't there in the beginning.
Yeah. But let's think about this though. How was he able to do all of this when he still had allegedly two people out here that was allegedly really holding him down, which was Keith and allegedly the Julius guy. So how did all of this get to this far? So how
a long time ago.
So why?
That's because you don't have nobody you can trust.
So why would the community out here know all about these two gentlemen, right? And sit back and knowing that Don Russell is out here doing X, Y, and Z and have not done anything about it? Why? Why they haven't done?
First of all, that goes to
one of them allegedly was the power of attorney
on Don. That's the first thing that I'm gonna say.
One of
the
them
propaganda that was put out on Don, that was the first thing. They wanted him to be a bad guy because the basketball league. That's how I feel.
One of them.
I don't think anything else against him outside of that because I could care less. But I guess when you make an enemy from an enemy that you don't know, because as you remember, everything that was said about Mr. Russell wasn't true. When they came with their side of the story, right?
Yeah. One of them were allegedly the power of attorney. So he had all authority to do execution, and not in a like that kind of execution, right? What I mean is to get things rolling on the ball to bring Don Russell in. I'm trying to get this paperwork. They could have done all of that. Why did they not do it?
Why did he just not make a copy of the paperwork? And who's to say? I'm gonna be very honest with you. From what I've been seeing, everybody was in that man's business.
Every single man.
Did anybody even tell him that Don needed his help? Did he talk to Mr. Kelly himself and say, "Hey man, I need this paperwork"? But he didn't have nobody that he could trust. So I mean, who's to say? Just like I just mentioned, you holding on to some paperwork that can help his case. Why would you hold on to that man's paperwork? That's crazy. Let me
ask you this.
It's like killing me.
Let me ask you
killing
this.
A person.
What do you think would have been in that paperwork to help Mr. Kelly?
Whatever he said that could free him, that's what it was. So whatever it was, I don't know if he had proof that the parents was lying or whatever it was that he said he had.
Well, it couldn't be the parents.
If they probably had the right attorneys that was doing it the right way in the beginning, he probably wouldn't be in jail himself. He probably wouldn't even gotten in trouble. They probably would have dropped it.
Well, I'm at the conclusion that I believe that Don Russell probably just threw a fluky out here for everybody to bite off on. I believe that it
Mm.
could have been a big distraction, fight about the paperwork while, he doing whatever he was doing behind the scene. And then once his court proceedings were over with and he got handed down that time, I think that reality set in that no matter what, you're going to go to jail. And as close as the date became, he just folded. Period. That's what I think. That's
So
what
what did he just start snitching at the end, at the very,
it
very
was
end
at
before
the
he got locked
the
up?
very end. It was the very
Oh well, nigga, you should have. If you was gonna do that, you should have did that to direct or detect what kind of time you was gonna get. Shit, don't do that. And you about to walk in the door, you should have did that shit years ago.
he
This is what this nigga did. This is what that nigga did.
yeah.
Cause
So
I'm on the jury. I'm not believing nothing that you say. I might turn around and say you the
yeah.
one that did it.
It kind of sound
So
like
that wasn't even smart the way he played it.
he kind of sounded like he folded because of a money situation. He felt that he had spent a lot of money, and if R. Kelly would have came on this ride with him to make more money, and that he wouldn't have gotten into the situation that he got himself in.
First of all, just because you say this gonna make money don't mean I'll put my money with your money.
Yeah,
Don't mean you gonna put your money with my money. You may not want to invest in me.
he
So
had
that shouldn't have been the case.
he
If you was here to help me get this stuff situated with these people and my money, that should have been it. We'll
yeah.
talk about your money later on that you want me to invest in. That
Hmm.
shouldn't have been a conversation. So you have to think about that. Nigga, you worrying about yourself and this nigga got himself in some other shit?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So if he was thinking about Mr. Kelly helping him, that sounds like you're an opportunist too then.
Everybody couldn't understand when he said that though. If How could Mr. Kelly help you when he's
Yep.
in trouble helping himself? He's
I heard you
struggling
say
helping
that, and that
himself.
made more than a little bit of sense. It made a lot of
He
sense.
didn't have he didn't even have the money. So, the way Texas Black Diamond felt was that you could have just sat still for a minute, go do your time because you never know what the outcome could have been for you. You
Yep,
don't. So, but he had
yep.
rushed to getting married, and he thought about his family and things like that. And most typical men when they got to go in there and do that time, some of them will fold on you. So I don't
He
know.
folded on himself. He didn't fold on nobody. He folded on himself.
Yeah, yeah,
Because for you to do some stuff like that, and you got a little bit of time,
yeah,
nigga, come on now.
yeah.
2 3 years, that's not nothing. And then they got all kind of different programs up in there. I mean, what did you do? You called in a bomb threat. That's just like throwing a damn. That's just like saying it's a fire in a fucking movie theater.
Yeah.
You going to jail? It's against the law to do that. So if he did it, which I heard on one of them things, he tried to backpedal and say he didn't do that.
Yeah. But you got to
And
look
then
at
he
it
said he
this.
did do it. So
You
I mean,
you got to look
he
at it.
going
I
5,000
need
ways in 5,000 seconds. That's too much.
here. You
I
got
just
to
think he
look.
got himself involved in some shit that he should have just said. I believe you said it. You
Hmm.
should have just stuck with the business and just left it like
And
that.
just left
I
it
don't give
at
a damn
that.
if the mamas and the daddies are tripping.
Yeah.
That ain't what
Hey,
I'm here for.
beautiful. Yeah, you're
I'm here to
right.
help you find your money. That's it.
Yeah. How you doing, beautiful? So it all
Oh,
just
so beautiful. Hey.
yeah. She said. Let me see what she said.
I'm in the kitchen making this boy something to eat.
Well, we about to wrap it up, but I'm so over the Donnell Russell thing. You know why? Because I'm still out here for the main focal point, and that
Person.
was R.
Yep.
Kelly. That was it. That's
Yep.
all. Everything in between and around the corner and under the stairs, girl. I'm lose no. Hey, it is
It's
what it
gonna
is.
figure its way out.
It's gonna have to. Shit.
Yep.
It's gonna have to. You
And if it
know.
don't, oh well.
You know.
It is what it is.
So it was. I don't think that in the beginning that I'm not gonna go against how I felt at the beginning of this thing with Don Russell. I'm not, but I'm not gonna change my mind. I do at some point. I do feel that he was down with him, but like I say, he came with an agenda that nobody really kind of knew. all of this other
Well, hell,
stuff
he
out
obviously
here.
was the only one fighting for him. If you want to be honest, to be truthful, I'm serious. I mean, whatever happened, whatever. To
Yeah.
be honest with you, he was the only person out here fighting for Mr. Kelly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
And
was.
you know what else?
I mean that you could literally see
Yeah.
him doing something.
You know
I'm
what
not saying
else?
that nobody did, but that you could literally see and hear, and he was doing good up until he said what he said. And then sometimes you just don't say nothing.
You,
If people don't know
but
what to go off of,
Audrey,
they can't fight you.
you know how the government works. When Don Russell came out and said that he had this paperwork and this paperwork, you better believe that those people, them boys
More
we was
scared.
just talking about on the other side, sent in all kind of tapings and everything too. Now, if this is the case, and this is how they saying that the feds work, right? They had enough feds to intimidate Don Russell as well to say, you know what, you caught up in this case. You
Yeah.
gonna take the stand against him, or we gonna give you no that. But he didn't take the stand against R. Kelly.
Okay, but even the crazier part about it, I heard him saying that they tried to get him like he was the manager back in 2007.
Uh
They
huh.
knew he wasn't
Uh
2007.
huh. Mm-hmm.
So honestly, if you really think about it, y'all could come back and beat all that allegations and stuff that they tried to put on him because
Uh
he
huh.
wasn't there back then, and they had
Absolutely.
to prove he was there back then.
Absolutely. But the other guy and that was with Bookum, he went to the grand jury. He even said it.
Oh,
Kip guy.
yeah, yeah.
Don Russell ain't never said he been to no grand jury, or they never came and tied his hands and said you gonna do this and this and this. So,
Well, we don't know that.
it
We
was,
don't know that for sure.
well, I think that
Sometimes one hand wash the other,
if he
or one hand
did,
got to cover the,
if
or
he
one hand got to
did,
cover.
he wouldn't be doing them 20 damn months. He might have been doing a year.
Yeah, but he
Oh.
ain't gonna do that. He
Mm-mm.
might make mine again 6 months. Do
Mm-hmm.
6 months all of that. But it
Yeah,
depends on his background. For one, he don't have no clean background. He gonna be there for a second.
now, if he come out next month, I'm gonna have to recant that, right? I might have to say, well, I think you did talk to those people.
You know what?
But and guess
You
what?
know what?
He
You know
might
what?
he might be out and
Sometimes
we
you
don't
never
know.
know. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Exactly.
And nowadays, well, it ain't nowadays. For these last few years,
Right.
you can get snitched on and people's names not in your paperwork. They don't
Right.
have to put it
Right.
no more.
He might be out and we don't even know.
Yeah, he might not have ever went.
He might have went in there and
You
did
never know.
that little 1 day
Like that
turnaround.
with Mr. Larry. Remember when Larry came on your channel?
Uh-huh.
I told him, I said, I know somebody that did a white collar crime. And they got way more much money than you could ever thought of, homeboy.
Uh-huh.
And they was in the camp. They didn't have to lie about where they lived at and all that shit. They stayed in a nice camp.
Okay.
But, and then one of them didn't even have a speeding ticket or a parking. They never even had a parking
Hey,
ticket.
Nicole.
They
Hey,
had to do some
Brenda.
time.
Uh-huh.
And they was looking at 10. And I think the lady did maybe about 8. Her husband, I think, did 9. And when I tell you they went to jail for that month, and I told him, I said, boy, you lucky. Because for real, the shit that you literally did, he should have got more time than they had gotten. He should have been looking at least probably because you stole people's Social Security numbers. That's time by itself. That's a whole nother corporation you can get your ass kicked by. He probably was looking at over 20 years that he could have got hit with.
Yeah.
Now, if he did get hit with it, and he made his lips do some walking and talking, that's the only reason why his time didn't go down. But that's some bullshit, too. Because I don't believe in that. How the hell you going to snitch on somebody you don't even know?
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have no fucking clue about his history on knowing him one-on-one. You know about how we know him, what we read and what we see on TV. Come on now. And he better be careful. But anything that he did that wasn't right, They will come knock on his door tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And once you a snitch, you gonna always be a fucking snitch.
Yeah, yeah.
So whenever they get ready to come and get him and sit him on a case, people in America, y'all better look at that nigga's face.
Yeah.
You might see
Well,
him
you
come
know,
knocking on your door talking about he got something for you. Don't
what
forget that man's face, because once they get your ass once,
mm,
you locked in for life until they get tired of you. And if they get tired of you, you're going to jail.
one thing for
Or
sure
something else
and
might
two
happen.
things for certain with Don Russell. That and he put validity on one of the golden rules out here. What's in the dark, no matter
Stay in the
how
dark.
it no, it comes to light.
Oh, yeah, you right. You
It
right.
comes to light. No matter, as they say, if you're gonna keep trying to tell one lie, you're gonna have to keep telling another one
Keep
until
telling
it
another.
bites you
But you
in
know
the
what? You
ass.
you stood up for him. You stood
Yes.
up for him.
Yes, because I had my own personal belief, and I was
Yep.
entitled to do so. But when it came to light, I'm like, well, you know what? At the end of the day, you got to
You
go do your
say that.
time, bro. That's just that, you
And
know.
you
And,
said that.
and
You
one
said if he
thing
did
about
wrong, it's gonna
life,
come out. And that's
one
what you said
one
too.
thing about life that I was always taught by my parents, you have to find something to believe in. And once you do so,
Right.
you wait until it flips upside down. Then you can always say, you know what, let me move away from this one. I'm gonna find me something else that I believe in or whatever. But Harlem typed in there, people will come and talk that good game and this or that.
Yep.
And let me put
Yep.
let me put this on record to you too. Just because you had the other boy over there who ain't shit, how in the hell like I'm finna listen to you and take your word on stuff much shit that you done out here. So
Oh
no, I'm
yeah.
not finna listen to you either.
Hell no. You right about that.
I'm not finna listen
Because
to you.
all news comes from certain people
Ain't,
ain't good news.
ain't good news
And ain't
either.
nobody out here dumb, crazy, and stupid to listen to somebody that we ain't heard nothing but
Yeah.
wrong, wrong. Ain't nothing we said
Exactly.
right about nothing unless it comes from somebody else.
Exactly. So
We're not about to listen to nothing that you
yeah,
say.
I totally ignored him because that boy was just nothing but buffoonery to me anyway. Ain't no way in the way. So after, going through this journey, and I'm hearing everybody, I'm reading everything, but I wanted to sit and wait for it for myself. You know what I mean? I
Right,
had to just go
right.
through it by
Well,
my
but that's what I said. Even with Don Russell, I think Don Russell's a cool dude. I just think that he got in over his head,
yeah.
and I think that he was probably listening to the wrong
Well,
people.
guess what? You just seen a prime example
I think
of
he got scared. I think he got scared for real.
you just
I
seen
think he got
exactly
scared.
what peer pressure will make you do. Shit.
Yeah.
It will make you
It'll
fold,
make you do
girl.
stupid stuff for real.
Yeah,
But you know
yeah.
what? Sometimes, at first, I really didn't think that he did the bomb threat. I really
Mm-hmm.
didn't think he did that.
Mm-hmm. No,
I was hoping and praying that somebody lied
yeah,
and said that he did it.
yeah. So,
I mean, but
uh,
he seemed cool. I just, but I'm telling you, then how he was moving with Debosky and them,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
something about that just wasn't right with me.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It was like he was moving to cover his ass. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Like it was something else. It was something more to it than talking to them.
yeah.
It was like he was trying to cover his ass or have some people to have his back and
And
you
he
know.
sure wasn't the first one, and he ain't the last one out here that's doing a whole bunch of talking about Mr. Kelly's life. And he's not. Is he still talking? That boy sat over there and told a whole bunch of shit. So
Yeah.
not only
Yeah.
him, even let's say with the cousin, right? Is it necessary or whatever to come out and announce every time that you allegedly talk to him? That's between you and him. What is this about? I don't know.
First of all, I'm a selfish ass person. If Mr. Kelly called me, I wouldn't have told nobody shit because I don't want
Girl,
nobody asking me nothing. I don't need no fake friends, no phony
exactly.
motherfuckers trying to come and hang out. No, I would have
Yeah.
never said shit.
No, but he feel like
Ever.
since when because he can come out here with doing all the goddamn twisting of lemon and limes, the way he talk, like I ain't telling them, but I'm just gonna throw it up in y'all face, and I was like, who gives a shit? Like,
That nigga remind me from Jerome in the house. I
yep.
said Jerome in the house on Morton Lawrence. That's what the hell he remind me of. A nigga full of shit. That's
He
what he excuse my
reminds
language, y'all. That's
reminds
what he
me
remind me of. And
remind
I ain't never liked that dude.
it
There was
remind
something about
me.
that old tired ass nigga.
It,
You what's that? My name is Lenny. From Good Times, the nigga that
uh-huh.
thought he was a pimp.
It rem
He don't give me nothing but some tired ass nigga shit.
it
That's what
re
he gave.
it
I don't like that
reminds
dude.
me of all the times that I used to fall asleep in church, girl, at a young age when I'm going to sleep. Oh, hear this. What do you hear
Um,
this?
then it took him 5,000 years for him to finally show his face.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga,
Yep.
I mean, I thought for real he was supposed to be fine to death or something. I mean, you like what you like, but the way he was acting, I thought he was one of them old cats.
Yeah. Over
Now, I'm not
over
saying old
drama.
cats is old, because I know some old niggas, they fine to death and they old.
Yeah.
But, that was just too much. I still ain't figured out his reasoning for getting into it. I don't even know why he even
Cause he
came
was
up.
the cousin.
Was it? And then when did he get 50,000 subscribers? However many they said he had. Well, I didn't really watch his shit, so I ain't gonna lie. But the few times that I have seen this thing cross, and it tell you what's what, I've never seen no 50,000 subscribers.
The
Or
you
am I tripping?
unless he had a IG page or a Twitter page or a different social
No,
media site.
I only seen him on YouTube. I don't need all that shit on my shit. Don't need them.
No, I'm saying he could have had pages and stuff over on the other different social sites that
No, it's
brought
supposed to
his
be YouTube.
followers over here.
Well, do we have followers on IG?
I don't follow him.
No, okay, so you don't know either. Okay.
Uh-uh. I don't
Well,
follow
I
him.
hope everybody knows for
You
real,
you
for
know when
real.
I heard about a Levi?
Everybody has the same freaking followers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody got the
When
same
I
followers. So
heard
what you say about I'm not talking about the opposition people. I'm talking about the people that's supposed to be on R. Kelly's page. Everybody got about the same followers.
Yep.
And if you got more than what you should have, it should be because you already been on YouTube for a while. But other than that, some people that got them high numbers, I mean, I wouldn't buy no numbers to make it seem like I got people following me. But I understand why they did it. Because if you are trying to promote and protect Mr. Kelly and, take up for him and speak good on him, now, yeah, I would probably do that.
Yeah.
I'd probably buy some fake numbers for that.
Yeah.
To make it seem like I got followers and that people are coming.
That's the only way you'll get the traffic.
Get other people to watch. I would do that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I would.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't know. I ain't changing my channel. I'm waiting on the stories to drop, baby, so I could tell them I ain't changing shit.
You know what? I miss. I don't know why on earth. Well, I'm gonna talk to you about this later on, but this part right here, I don't know why I have not been able to catch you until today on a live.
You did what?
A lot of people.
You did what? Say that again.
Today is the first day since when? Before Lauren had her baby?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time that I have seen your live.
Oh, wow.
Just like the Boski, today was the first day I caught him live, and I hadn't caught him live in a second. Now, I don't want to say nothing. I want to get out of trouble. But I don't know how it was set up, but he was on somebody's thing one time, and I caught that, but that was such a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then I unsubscribed to, but yeah. But for the most part, I'm still subscribed to everybody. I don't get no notifications. So I don't want
Mm.
nobody thinking I said to get you. No, it ain't that. I just don't get notifications. And then on top of that, I be playing the hell out of my PlayStation. We be on that Legacy Hogwarts. Yeah, you people need to go and get y'all another lifespan and get you a video game so y'all can kick it and have fun. I be loving it.
Yeah. Well, I just put a posting up. It says that the attorney drops the solicitation charges on R. Kelly, and that's the one that's for, yeah,
I
Minnesota.
can't see it. Pull it back. Pull it back. It was too close. Let me see. What did it say? It was so close I couldn't see it on the TV.
You can see it now.
I don't see nothing now. I'm just waiting for it to come back up. Okay. Where is this at?
That's the Minnesota.
That shit was a freaking setup. They
Attorney
should have
drops the
never let New York go first.
uh,
That
that
was
a
done on purpose.
Greenberg.
So everything we said came to pass. They did that on purpose.
Greenberg said that they felt that, let New York go first. Yeah. Uh, well,
Did they have? I don't even
he
think they had
didn't
all
he
the
didn't. I'm not gonna
information.
say he said it. I guess I should retract that. He argued for a minute, and then once they presented he agreed to it. Let's just say okay, he agreed to it. It's like, yeah, okay, fine. And I think
Yeah,
that everybody, they said that he was agreeing with the fact that hoping that they would win in New York because somewhere he knew that Chicago would have a turnout like what Jennifer Bonjean did. She came out with what, getting 7 charges knocked off, and then here we are now with Minnesota getting dismissed. The dropped. So
that say a lot, don't it?
yeah,
That say a lot for a
yeah,
so-called monster, and they are
girl.
steadily dropping and closing cases
Mm-hmm.
and files.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause ain't
That
no
say a
way.
lot. But you know what? Didn't you say? I know you said a while ago,
Yeah.
the last time we talked on the phone, the only reason why they got as much I don't say backlash or got the press the way that they do
Mm-hmm.
was because for one, y'all gotta remember Epstein got found guilty up there.
Yeah.
So in their eyes, they felt. I think it's because that black girl.
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't just because of her ugly ass.
Hold on. Hold
It's
on.
because
Hold on 1 second.
once you take down one powerful man,
Yeah.
then you think you can do it somewhere else. That's
Pretty
all
much.
that was.
Let me ask perspective. What did the other title say? She says that she likes this headline better than the other one, and this one was posted up by Malicious Conspiracy. So shout out to Malicious Conspiracy. What did the
I like
other
that show too.
headline say? Perspective. I'm pretty sure it was bad. Because you know
Uh,
what, they always add the one word in it, right? Either the monster or the predator.
racist,
They
the
always put,
abuser.
yeah, yeah.
They
They
always got
always
something
gotta
jacked up to
add.
say.
This one here was
Oh,
posted up by Fox 9, though. So, but let's get ready to close this out, girl, because I gotta get my butt up at 6. So, if you were Mr.
yay! Everybody clap.
He's so silly. He's still
Put those
silly.
claps in.
He's so
I
silly.
miss you, sis. I
I
ain't
know.
talked to you in a while.
Hey,
You done missed the birth of
I
your
guess
nephew.
you better bring your co-hosting butt back.
You better call me because you know I be taking care of your nephews now.
And
These little boys be keeping me on it.
how the dogs doing? Good.
Girl, I done had 7 more.
You know what? You need to go get you
Diamond
a.
had 2 more babies. Honey had 5. I
You
got
need to
three
get
girls
them
and 4
damn
boys.
dogs fixed. That's what you need to do.
Well,
Girl.
they were supposed to be fixed. I wasn't here to keep them from doing it. My son was, and he didn't care.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
So, but that's what
but you know,
you kind of all caught up
I
now.
probably be making that trip up there
Yeah, yeah.
and dropping off one of these babies to you.
Girl, I'm looking at them Corsos now.
Oh God.
Yeah.
My daughter's boyfriend, he sells out. Her ex-boyfriend, excuse me, he
Yeah.
sells them.
I want the full breed. I want the tall one. I don't want the short, stubby, fat one. I want the biggest one they got. The big,
They
big
bigger
one.
than me and you standing up.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
stand.
good.
They don't even have to stand up. They can be
Yeah.
on their 4 feet and they tall as heck.
I just don't want to pay
And
that
they
much
thick
money,
and rich.
girl. Yeah.
Well,
So,
I don't know how
but
much they charge. I asked what your niece how much he charged for him.
oh, she said that the last highlight said that the title came in as dismisses R. Kelly child prostitution case.
But
That's
that wasn't even what it. Oh my God.
yeah, but they have they darn way of putting these titles out here, girl. Anything to try to keep them
Mhm.
down. So listen, you all caught up and on your way out, cause I'm getting ready to leave out. Did you
Thank you.
and you came back? Has anything changed?
Hell no.
Still the
But let
same.
me say something. I gotta say something because I'll tell you this when we
Yeah, yeah,
alone.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But no, like I told you, a real friend, a real person that got your back, a real friend that has your best interests at heart.
Mm-hmm.
We have not talked in months, right?
Right.
I ain't changed, you ain't changed, huh?
No, we still silly.
Those are people that you need to look for to be your friend. Because you don't have
Absolutely.
to be in nobody's faces every day to call them your friend. A friend is
Absolutely.
a person that don't never change. Even when y'all
Mm,
mad at each other or just time gets away from you.
uh-huh. But you
So
but
yeah, ain't nothing changed. Well actually, let me take that lie back. I saw you had that one dude in jail do an interview that was with Mr. Kelly.
he is
That was a good interview. It was a good interview.
okay,
It was
so
good.
look at the screen now. Look at the screen in 1 second. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Let me blow this up for you.
I might be a couple of seconds
It's
behind you.
got a book out, I think, and it's free. There it is.
I- I'm waiting. I don't see it.
It's coming.
Okay. Okay, what does it say? Oh shit, it's too close. It says public service announcement. Free. Well, I can't. Does that say Facebook because it's cut off? Go ahead and read it.
Yeah, I'm cutting it off on purpose.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna read to myself then. How you get the book? Are you doing
I
a
don't have the
reading list?
book. This is, I guess, going to be introduced on what's her name? Lady D show. So I guess he's gonna be over there maybe and
Okay.
talking about his finished book and she
Uh,
says that it comes out on Wednesday. Wait a minute. May 17th. Oh yeah, that's Wednesday. And
that's tomorrow.
she says, yeah, and it's free. So I guess Ronnie Bowe has really been working behind the scenes, right?
Mm.
Now,
Well, is it a book about him, or
it's,
is it a book about he
I
and Mr.
guess,
Kelly, or
to,
is it a book about Mr. Kelly?
to me, it sounds like it's going to be a tell all book with some Mr. Kelly in it. But here's my thing
Oh.
because the title says Ronnie Bowe method to the free R. Kelly madness. So, you
Mm.
can.
That
I,
could stem from a lot of different things.
I know, but I just get a little antsy when I think that there's somebody that is doing way more than Jennifer Bonjean, if you know what I mean.
I kind of lean towards my attorney too, not to be because I'm paying you to do a job.
Yeah,
Whether or not if I'm paying you or you doing it for free,
yeah.
I'm depending on you to know more than me. Because if I know more
Harlem,
than you
Harlem
don't
put
need to
up
be my
the
attorney.
Harlem got the emoji up with the hand over the mouth, like, oh Lord. That's just how I
I
feel.
miss y'all, chat. I miss y'all, chat. I miss y'all, my mods. I miss y'all.
I just
I
feel.
get
I mean,
get
I just have questions because I'm like, what is it that his agenda now would be better than what his attorney is doing to free him.
Because it's gonna be brought out in the open, and he won't get no type of backlash. Now, Bonji can get a whole bunch of backlash that could be bad for her.
Yeah.
So basically, honestly, to be truthful about it, he's doing her a favor by just putting it all out before, if it's benefiting Mr. Kelly.
But he also stated that
about the people who are out here running scams and stuff, if it's gonna release everything that had happened to him this whole time that he may not have known about, then I think that's a good thing, because everything that man said that people been doing to him, did it not come out in his trial? Yes, it did.
Yes, you did, Harlem. Okay, but let me ask you this. He stated, and it's not going to be verbatim, but he did state that he was not in the cell, so he wasn't a cellie, right? And he did state that when we did the protests and things downtown Chicago, that I had asked him, well, did you get upset when we were outside? And, he was like, hell yeah, because we couldn't make our phone calls. And I'm thinking, but do you realize that the march was pretty much about, the reason everybody was included? So, and he says, yeah, but we didn't understood, because when those people are ready to make those phone calls or shower or anything, don't nothing matter. So I was like, huh?
What matters is what the guard told you why your ass couldn't get on that phone.
Yeah.
That's what fucking matters.
It was also
figured that one out either. Yeah. See, when people, the power of the tongue mean a lot. And if you hold the key to my freedom, and me using the phone and me going to chow, if you hold that power, your word might stand a little bit more than somebody out in the street that ain't in here with me.
Okay, and third but not least, he also said that, he was binding together a particular, I think, lawsuit or something or whatever. And
I heard about that.
Right, and I guess he was kind of reaching out, hoping that Kelly would sign, and go in with him on writing, I guess, this book and things like that. So if Kelly would have done that, he would have had to have, you would have Mr. Kelly's actual statements coming from him to go in this book, right? So if Mr. Kelly did not,
about that is, does he have permission from Mr. Kelly?
He did not.
Mr. Kelly's still in there.
He said that Mr. Kelly did not want to sign and do anything, right now, and I guess it could be legal, a legal issue and things like that. But here's my thing: I think that if he is saying that he spent this time in jail with Mr. Kelly, and he's doing what he's doing now, I'm having a hard time finding that how is it that he could not convince Kelly that this was a good thing, other than it being legal issues or what he can and cannot say. That's where I'm confused with this
at. You tell me not to say nothing to nobody, and damn it, that's what the hell I'm going to do. I'm not going to say nothing to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we friends or not, I'm going to take it to my grave. I'm not going to say nothing.
So
because you may have a reason. Honestly, he shouldn't be saying nothing. If Mr. Kelly said, this is just between me and you, then that's what the hell it's supposed to be.
But Mr. Kelly did that 19-minute song, and he says he was even asked by Gayle King, and what did he say? He said, hush. So I'm just surprised that with the limited time that that Ronnie Bo had shared, I guess allegedly, with Mr. Kelly up in here, you mean to tell me that Mr. Kelly now is deciding to talk when everything that he needed to say could have been done right there on the Gayle King show?
Well, guess who else in held their tongue? The conversation he had with Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams ain't broke the silence either.
True, that's
so whatever he said to her, she ain't said nothing. So it might be just in the point of, I need to get a couple of dollars to make y'all holler. It might be that. You never know. Or, like I said, he might have found out stories not from R. Kelly, but from other people Lord, please don't let it be. Lord, please don't let it be.
Let me
For
ask
other
you
people that might be in his corner for real, that may have told him some things. So let's hope that that's it.
how.
I'm gonna say I hope
Yeah.
that he did not take Mr. Kelly's confidential comments, if any were made, and trying to make a buck out of it.
Yeah.
Now, he could also be saying, "I not," but yet still he did tell him to do it because it might help him as well. So I mean, if it wasn't supposed to be done for real, that's kind of shitty. That's messed up.
Okay. So
But if he found the stories from other people,
yeah.
then go and spill it. What you gotta say?
Yeah.
Tell the truth. Go ahead and just say what you found out
So if
from the other
I
people.
if I if I make a, I need you to just rebuttal with this. Your first thought, right?
Okay, hold up. Beauty said she started second guessing him after she's seen him in several platforms. I would agree with her. I haven't seen the platforms. I just seen them
Oh,
on yours.
he's
And I
been
heard he was supposed to be on somebody else's,
he
but I've only seen yours.
he has his
But I agree
own.
with her.
They have their own. He has his own platform. I forgot the name of it right now, but
Not on his platform, on other people's platforms that I've seen him on.
yeah,
Well,
he's
you see the title and you see the name, and I said I've seen that name before. Oh, that dude was on your channel. So as far as I know, I think he went to one channel before yours.
mm,
That I seen the title, then I saw your whole interview, and then I've seen a couple of them after that.
uh-huh. Okay, so I need your rebuttal to this, and it's the first thing on the top of your head. I made a diss song about you.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a
What?
minute. You have to make me laugh already.
You so
Okay, you made this song about who?
yeah, I made a diss song about you.
About me?
Yes, I did. Hold on. Just
Why?
hold on. I just need you to rebuttal. But
That's my rebuttal.
n-
Why?
no, you can't rebuttal because I'm not done yet. It,
Okay,
I'm gonna.
okay,
It's gonna be a complete statement when I'm done. I'll tell
okay,
you. Okay.
okay,
I
okay.
made a diss song about you. Okay. 'Cause- because I'm a rapper, and I've been in the industry and I've had, dealings with quite a few of the celebrities out here, right? But
Uh-huh.
in my diss song, it don't matter because, I mean, I'm still cool with you and all, but I really dissed the shit out of you in my rap song. What you got to say about that? What
You
you
said
got
we
to
was
say
cool
with
for
me?
real. We cool for real, right? We real
I
cool
mean,
for
we,
real, for
I
real.
mean, we still cool. We still cool. I mean, I ain't mad at you in a sense like that or nothing like that. But yet then, I just published and printed a diss song on your ass. What you got to say about
If anything your ass said, I told you, you put out there,
that?
it sounds like a mother cracker.
Mm,
No, for real, you know what? I could take it two ways.
I ain't got nothing
Now,
against you.
if you just okay, wait a minute. Did we discuss that you gonna put out this song, or you just said
No,
fuck it, I'm gonna do it?
I just dropped it. And then I'm going to come back and
Mhm.
say, but I ain't got nothing against you like that. I just put out a diss song about you. What you got to say?
Now, is any of the things you said about me true, or are they
Mm.
all fabricated?
It's just a diss song to get your damn attention and what you gonna do
Well,
about
it gotta be. If you saying something true, that might
it.
piss me off. Now, if it's a lie, I'm probably gonna laugh it off. So, oh shit, she just made that joke up. When I told her that joke myself. So it depends on what it is. But then
Okay.
it depends on how cool we are.
Okay.
Now, if we ain't cool for real,
Uh-huh.
and you did it, yeah. I'm not writing no diss song. When I see you, it's on.
Okay. So
I
you
might
have
gonna respond to it.
you coming.
I told you how it used to be back then. I'm not responding to nothing. I just gonna beat your ass.
Yeah,
But
that's facts.
anyway,
I'm just saying, that just caught me
if
off
we cool,
guard.
you done already discussed it with me and said that's what you gonna do. We about to make up some hype mess to get paid.
Yeah. It
I'm
just
with that. I'm with that too.
okay,
I'm
so
with you whatever way you go. You want the heat, you want some money, we gonna get it together.
okay.
Boom. But I'm not gonna trip off of it. Ain't nothing for me to trip off of.
Okay, so let me tell you just a little bit of the story. And it just kind of confused me, right? Because in one sense, the story was told with Ronnie Bo that after I guess him doing his research and stuff, he was putting out here about Jay-Z and the Aaliyah thing and this or that, and he heard or he know now that Jay-Z was could have possibly been behind this whole thing of the R. Kelly stuff, right?
Yeah, I
So
heard that
then
too.
he came back to say that no, then the next thing I know, I hear a diss song drop. And it's to Jay-Z. So I'm saying to myself,
Wait a
oh,
minute, didn't that dude say he was gonna do that too?
he dropped it
But then he
all.
turned around. He
He
turned around
dro-
and said, "Oh, I'm just fucking with you,
he
or whatever.
dropped
It's a
it.
diss, but it ain't a diss. Is that what you referring to,
He dropped it, but
nigga?
then
You trying to eat off of both sides of the plate at the same time, nigga? That's
then
what you doing,
wait
nigga.
a
You ain't
minute,
shit.
girl. Then he had his interview, and I believe that as he was
Uh-uh.
explaining it in his interview, he stated that the question was, "Oh, well, you dropped a diss song," or da da da. So he came back and replied, "Yeah, I dropped a diss song, but I mean, I'm still with cool with Jay Z. I mean, I still like Jay Z, And I'm like, wait a minute,
Oh no,
that's
nigga, I'm not fucking
straddling.
with you.
That's
No,
straddling." I'm
no, because you can't eat off of both sides of your plate at the
Hello.
same time.
Yeah, I thought it was straddling like crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
what in the hell?
And then, nigga, you ain't cool with either one of them niggas. So guess what? He ain't got shit to lose. He ain't gonna
Oh.
lose nothing. He gonna do nothing but gain. If he can get some propaganda out for all that stuff that he just did,
Mm-hmm.
you wrote a book, you got a diss song. People want to hear what people talking about when it come to R. Kelly. So guess what you gonna get?
I'm
You
just
done
saying,
got people to
how
listen to your
how do
shit.
you
That's
come
all.
out to say that? Well, Jay Z was behind all of this stuff with the R. Kelly. Drop a diss song and then come back to say, well, we cool. I ain't got nothing against him. I like his music. I rock with his music. I'm like,
Well,
you can,
somebody knocked on that nigga's door. That's probably what the hell happened. So he had to
girl.
recant what he said in certain ways.
Did you
But once
see?
it hit the air, you can't erase the air, right?
Did you see
So
what
that's
Beauty
all that
put?
shit was. Somebody probably came and knocked on his door
Did you
and
see what?
told him,
Read
"You
what
better,
Beauty.
you better come up with something else." Because what you
Read.
just said to me, how you came and asked me, what if I did this? I was like, why would you do that? Because me and you cool, so it ain't no reason why I would think you have a reason to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So just think, if you just dropped a diss song on somebody, let alone you trying to come up with a book and you've been giving interviews talking smack on them, who's to say? Jay-Z probably ain't even heard or even don't even know nobody even heard about his so-called interviews,
It's
right?
not. It's that
But once he
and
did that music, he
yeah,
probably found out about it.
yeah. You know what? Here's where the problem could happen. It could occur, right? You're telling the people that you sat in there with R. Kelly, that you
Right.
talked to him, and you're this, and you're out here to advocate and do whatever you're gonna do for R. Kelly. But then you tell people that Jay Z was behind it. Da, da, da. Then you drop it. Are you trying to spark something up with Jay Z and R. Kelly again, or what? I'm like, what is this angle? So I'm
Or
confused
are
with
you
it.
telling the truth and you done got your cage rattled? So now you got to take it back. It could
Yeah,
go either way.
yeah, yeah.
But either way it go, he ain't got nothing to lose.
Well,
He ain't got nothing to lose. He ain't got nothing but to gain off of that.
I'm just hoping that,
Whichever way anybody accept what he say,
yeah.
he's not gonna do nothing but gain from it.
Well, I've been praying that don't nothing come back, in the form of people starting a trigger effect out here by saying that, yeah, R. Kelly probably sent him Ronnie Bo out here to do this.
Go
I'm
look up in YouTube. Somebody did say some stuff like that already, but it
yeah.
wasn't in those terms. It wasn't
Uh-huh.
in those actual terms. It was basically that R. Kelly is now snitching on Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably, maybe that's how it got started. Maybe that's where he's trying to get it to go.
You see,
I mean, because
Beauty's
if you
comment.
be honest about it, do you know of the? I'm quite sure some people in your audience heard all the rumors about Jay-Z back in the day.
Yeah, we all done seen the
Then
pictures
I
and
don't know if anybody saw
everything.
the Dame Dash and what's that boy that got them damn kids? Oh God,
What?
was
What?
married to Mariah Carey,
Yeah,
Nick
he got
Cannon.
about 20 now, right?
I don't know how many
I
kids he
think
got.
he's up to
That's his
20.
pockets.
Yeah.
But he had asked Dame Dash certain questions.
Mm-hmm.
Dame Dash did the dry snitch on your ass, and dry snitch means I'm telling y'all, but I'm not telling y'all. He said, go ask him. Now, honestly, to be truthful, as I said, ain't nothing new out here. We done heard all these rumors back in the day.
Right.
Whether they were true or not.
So with him
They in
saying
New
it,
York.
why is it?
I'm in Missouri. How on earth we hearing about the stuff a few days after things done happen?
Yeah.
Or you in California and he in Chicago and you done heard about that stuff a couple of hours later. It wasn't no internet back then.
Yeah, yeah.
So to me, honestly, a lot of stuff that was said back then, if you said it was true about Mr. Kelly, it's true about you too. Because everything ain't just true about no one person out of all y'all men from back in the day. All that just ain't true about one person.
Yeah.
Because if all y'all was hanging around each other, trust me, if you was hanging around somebody that you consider a child molester and all this and all that, and you was hanging tight with them, where your morals at? You not too far from falling off the tree either. So that's why
Beauty,
smoke is fire.
Beauty,
and
send that.
Some people got the smoke, but some people got fire on their ass, and some people just got a way to cover it up more than others.
Beauty, send that to me in my messages.
Ain't no rapper. I ain't talking about the new folks, because I don't know their business. But these old people, these old singers and stuff, come on now.
Yeah.
We all done been to them concerts and we done seen some things. I can't tell you if that girls was underage or not. I know they was in there and it said you can't come to certain concerts. You wasn't able to come if you wasn't certain ages. So if they was in there, they had to get in there some kind of way. And if we all seen what they was doing, we seen what the girls was doing. I mean, I don't think it was innocent back then. It was just kept quieter. You know what I mean?
People doing what they want to do.
And people trying to make a buck.
Right.
So everybody don't tell them everything that they see. Because if it was like that back then, it'd be so many people in jail. It wouldn't be just black people. It'd be some white folks, Mexican, all of them singers and stuff would be in jail. Movie stars, all of them.
Well, one thing for sure.
If they all hung around each other. If y'all all hung around each other, y'all was making money. You making money together, trust me, you doing other things together.
Yeah.
So if he was doing it, they was doing it. So you can't point the finger at one and not have three more pointing right back at your ass. So people could take it how they want to take it. The truth is just the truth. That's how I look. So if dude want to do a diss song, it might have been a sneak disc. Oh man, you know you cool with me, but nigga, you still ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could have been like that. It just depends on how your mind frame can comprehend what that dude is trying to say or what he is saying. It's up to your interpretation. Ain't that how things work? Up to your interpretation?
Facts. But like I say, I think that's the one thing that just kind of disturbed me. Like if you're saying that you sat in there with Mr. Kelly now and you're out here and I feel like that there's a poking the bear to Jay-Z by using a diss song, we don't know how, you don't know how this can turn out. Might not turn out too good.
But have we literally heard Jay-Z say anything bad about R. Kelly other than money-wise shit?
Nothing.
I've never seen a video or interview where he accused R. Kelly of being a monster.
Nothing but that last little lawsuit stuff that they had going on. That was pretty much it.
Well, there you have it. I mean, if they wasn't down like that, they weren't doing dirt like that, then it stands a chance.
There's a video with R. Kelly after. There's a video with R. Kelly after that 70. What was it? He got 70,000 or something like that. 70 million something. 70. Right. And R. Kelly's got an interview with a young lady on a radio talk show. Right. He calls in and he says, "No, you know we cool. Ain't nothing against that, brother. It is what it is." But now you have a diss song out here. I was like, oh no. But I don't know. So this is only going to play out two ways. He's either going to be produced by someone or end up in the music industry, or and after that happened, he's gonna probably bail on advocating for R. Kelly, or he's gonna win his. or he's
Yep.
going to win that lawsuit or whatever that he's planning on doing. And if his word is bond, he will be here for the long haul to help R. Kelly. I don't know. But we just have to see how this one plays out, girl, because this shit crazy.
Yeah. It depends on how many hands is washing the other.
And
It depends
and
on
and
what your integrity
and
is.
what we just say, if it's done in the dark, everything
Coming light.
comes to light. We just gotta wait for it to come
Get
out.
out of here. Hold on. Let me put this on pause. Hold on.
Yeah. So I don't know, y'all, but we've been on here for a while. So, but Jay Z, that was crazy. Yeah, it says free R. Kelly. This song says free R. Kelly,
Who is
but
it?
there's some words that is angled towards Jay Z too, right? I don't even know if I could find. Is it? Let me see if I can find the song. Let me see. Thanks, Beauty. I got it. Let me see. She got a whole bunch of dogs, y'all. And she just had a whole bunch more. I'm like, she breeds them and stuff, and I'm like, woo, I don't know how she could do it, but she do it. Let me see, y'all. Hold on.
I just opened the door for Taylor. Juice talk. I'm feeling like Mike Jackson might do the moonwalk. But what I think he's saying though is balance. He wanted shit to sound balanced out on every part, not just that part. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like we might want to sample you and just kind of filter it. Hold up.
No, we ain't get your head blew off. I've never seen a lyrical criminal so political, and this is the beginning of both.
Yep, right there from the lyrical criminal.
Wait a minute. Let me find a better one.
It's just the beginning of both. They tried to frame my nigga as a little girl rapist. I told him hold your head high, you still the world's greatest. Way to the money, you should follow my lead. No cap, this a crown. In my town, I'm a king.
Yeah, hold on a second.
I'm out of your league. So she wanna see me down, watch me sprout like a seed. Bitch, bounce to the beat. Take heed to what I say. Captain of the
So he says, you want to see me down, watch me sprout like a seed.
we gon' do this shit my way.
This is not
Better
his
yet, I'm
song.
Hebrew. Let's do this shit y'all way. True black Jew, shit out to Kyrie and Kanye. Spoke truth to power, now they calling them crazy. Feds framing me in cases, how the fuck I'ma stay free? I'm the real nigga representative, baby. So free R. Kelly and fuck Jay-Z. This a hoe, boy, you know you gon' get blacklisted. Fuck the industry, I ain't doing no ass kissing.
It's just a lot
See,
of
he
things you can say.
said,
I ain't mad at him, but if he told you not to say nothing, you shouldn't be saying nothing.
yeah, he
That's
said
how I
free
feel.
R. Kelly. I think he said FJZ. I'm like, oh, Lord.
Because that it's a connection.
We're
That's
about to
why.
go to
That's what I'm saying.
war.
Everybody that know about what was going on back in the day,
Mm.
you gonna put all that together because they got too many connections.
I just don't
So
think that anybody now in this era that we're living in should be inviting any problems. You leave shit
exactly.
alone. Leave it. Don't open your door for it. Just don't
Don't do nothing
do it.
complicated.
I don't, but we'll see how this play out. We'll be following this. But guess what? I'm about to get up out of here. I will talk to you
Alrighty.
tomorrow because I got to get up at 6. So I'll talk to you tomorrow because I got to see what you named them damn dogs, them puppies.
I don't know. Whatever the
Hey,
officer name.
hey, we the huddle crew girl now. So I appreciate y'all coming through, but it is time for me to go. Listen, tomorrow, cause I got something else to ask you. But
Okay.
y'all
Good
have a good
talk. Love
night.
being
I
on with the
thank
babies.
thank you guys for sitting through the chat. Shout out to Audrey for coming through, hanging with her girl One Pap over here. And I will see you soon, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Good
right.
night, everybody.
Good night. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. But like I said at the beginning of the show, baby, I don't understand how Bookum set his butt over there and set and ousted that darn Levi on his channel. Keep in mind, it's a whole men situation going on out here, which I'm only here to talk about it, and I ain't in it. I just talk about their stories and XYZ, and it is what it is. But Dubosky Gun says that he has um, all rights to be on a channel that he is on and hosting, and the opposites over there, they saying that he does not, and they're going to be trying to find ways, many more ways to, I guess, continue to keep him up off of YouTube or whatever. So we're going to have to sit and wait for the outcome of that. What's going on with Dubosky? That's his story. It's his life. It's his fight. And I tell y'all, they still fight. Okay? So good night. And we going to stay on top of this story right here because it is some tea, y'all. It's some tea, and it is what it is. It is. So what you say, but we don't know what this book is going to be about, but it's free, and he's trying to help R. Kelly. You're absolutely right. So I'm pretty sure he'll come out and on someone's panel and talk about the book read, and that's great. What I showed was put up by Lady D. So if the reading is going to be over there, she may have him come back on over there. He may talk about it on his show. Um, there may be a website going up if anybody is planning on. If it's free, then it's gonna be audio. Because if this is on through Amazon, uh, yeah, he may have it published up there as free on the audio. But if you're doing it through Amazon, well, hell, I guess you gotta have Amazon Prime and to do for free shipping and handling. Because I don't. Other than that, you'll be paying for shipping and handling if you're not an Amazon Prime member, right? But hopefully, I don't know because all of the details were not put up on how to obtain this reading. So I guess what today is today or tomorrow is Wednesday. All of the information would be out for any and everyone to go ahead and get yourself a copy of the book and indulge in it. So you say he's on, wait, let me see what Beauty says. So Capricorn says, yeah, we're gonna wait. So I just put my, I love my little opinions and stuff about how, it's like, wait a minute, a lot of stuff is just kind of weird to me. That's all I'm saying. It was just weird. I'm like, oh, a diss song, but I don't know. I guess that was free too. I don't know. We'll know, huh, Capricorn, if I get a copyright claim. We'll know if that's free. I shouldn't be getting no copyright claim though, right? He's for R. Kelly. I'm for R. Kelly. So I shouldn't be getting no copyright claim for, supporting and playing his music. She says, stretch good, health, and wealth for all. Good night. I know what you meant. I know exactly what you meant. So, but Beauty, you say he's even on Facebook and Instagram. That's cool. That's cool. That is cool. I don't know. Like they say, somebody's got to do it, right? Somebody's got to stand up and, advocate and get the information that they choose to put out for R. Kelly. We done went through the whole email hacking thing. We done been through the phone call things. We done been through the Don Russell things. We done been through a lot out here. So everything else now, you still have Bruce Kelly is still out here supporting his brother. So you still have some big people out here. Other than that, there's a lot of them that has fell off. That that then went a little left a little bit, and now I guess there's a newcomer on board that goes by the name of Ronnie B, who I guess is putting in his due diligence of work, advocating and getting the word out as well for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. So, for whatever he seek, I guess, may his journey stay safe. That's all I can say. Just stay safe with it. She said in YouTube as well. So, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye bye.